I couldn't wait. I couldn't wait. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more, including like today's hot topic or hot topics. I know you guys have been following this story, and I know there's been a lot of YouTubers covering this story. And as you probably saw from our new Pride Month logo and banner, curator of pop culture. So I'm always figuring out, what do you guys want to hear? What do I want to talk about? And you know, I've been alluding to this story all week or since last week. Lord, I follow everything. Just because I don't report on everything doesn't mean I'm not following with my eyes, with my ears, what people are telling me, what people are saying on the internets, with the internets. And I was like, okay, now that we have a real housewife involved in the mess, it's time to report on it. And I know a lot of you are wondering, what exactly am I talking about? Well, I want to talk about Dr. Wendy Osefo, all about the tea, and the big fallout. But before we do that, because I want to give people time to get into the chat, because I'm always, not that I'm always on time, but I do know that people want a moment. Shout out to my mods that are already in the chat. Appreciate everyone being here. Look, I'm not going to go through every single detail of what went down with All About the Tea. I'm not going to do that because I'm sure you already know. I'm sure you know how it began, how it started, and how it's going. And it's still going. I literally, because you guys know, if you were following yesterday and you watched my live yesterday, you saw that I was talking about I had to run an errand before we went live last night. So on my way home, I saw the live that the bishop did. I saw he was going to do a live, and I said, okay, because I'm here for the mess. I'm here for the mess. I'm here for the mess. Not really. I'm more here for knowing everyone's side, because can we just backtrack before we get to the thumbnail of this video? Let's backtrack so you guys know what I know. So I'm on these YouTube streets. I'm a part of the streets. I never thought I would say that. I'm a part of the streets. No, I'm not. But I was randomly, the algorithm, I saw that they were discussing, I forgot what the thumbnail was originally, that All About the Tea was discussing. And I said, let me click on it. And I realized they weren't talking about anything related to the thumbnail. I mean, do they ever really? We'll get to that. And I realized that they were having a whole conversation about Plez, Scared of Beautiful, here on YouTube, leaving. Okay, let me backtrack a little bit more. I know All About the Tea. We've sourced them before because, here on the channel, we cite our sources, including our sources about Dr. Wendy Osefo. And we will get to Dr. Wendy Osefo because I know a lot of people are like, yes, Dr. Wendy, get them. They lying on you. But are they? We'll get to that. So, I followed All About the Tea. No shade to them. Everybody in this business of celebrity news, celebrity gossip, we all handle it very differently. I'm not going to shade them for how they handle their news, because everyone has a place in this business. And I'm not here to down anyone on how they do what they do. It might not be the way that I do things, but they do what they do. And as I said to you before, I click on their I don't follow them, I'm not subscribed, but I do follow them here and there and see what they're talking about, because I like to know what's going on in the YouTube streets. So I'm minding my business on a Friday evening. I think I had just got off of being live. I probably was, because I'm always here. You're getting daily and consistent hot topics. Nia, thank you so much for the super chat. Nia says, I definitely have to call in. Watch all of this. So much tea fire. Nia, I will be posting the link because I do want to hear. See, I treat this platform here on Kempire Daily like our talk show. This is our talk show. So remember the old school days when the host would go into the audience and be like, what are your thoughts? That's what we're doing here. But of course, I like to examine some of what went down. So as I said to you before, that evening, I think I had just come off a live, stumbled upon them talking about Ples leaving. I knew Ples had left because I saw Ples. I'm subscribed to her channel, and I saw that she had posted a video the night before talking about why she was leaving. And as always, if you know Ples and you've seen Ples on their panel before, then you know she always the professional, always the logical, sensibilities. So I watched her video. I was like, oh, this is nice. But in the back of my messy mind, I said, this is not going to end well. And it wasn't because of anything that Ples said in the video, because Ples was very professional on how she handled the video. And I was like, all right, okay. But I kind of knew it wasn't over. Look, you got to pay attention to your intuitive abilities, y'all. And I said, okay. And then I stumbled upon this live. And it was a situation. Most of everyone was quiet. Monica was talking. Monica, the avatar. Look, she don't have a last name. I have to call her what it is. Monica, it's an avatar. Sidebar. I know there's been speculation on who Monica is. There have been a few names passed around. But then I think I found the actual person. I'm not going to reveal the person because that's her private business. But the voice and the person, they sound the same. They sound the same. So it's going down. It's going down on this channel. Monica's losing her mind at one point. I have to say that for the most part, the other panelists were sort of quiet. It was really Monica. And then all of a sudden, Ples calls in, and that's when it gets, okay, can we be honest? Because I know look, can we be honest? It got juicy. It got juicy. I enjoyed it. I'm not going to lie. I enjoyed the back and forth. That's what, don't leave me out here. Let me know y'all agree in the chat. Let me know y'all agree in the chat while I pay attention to these super chats. I appreciate you guys. So Marcella, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, yes, I'm here supporting Kempire. Thank you. Thank you for all concerned. Marcella, thank you for always supporting the channel. Appreciate you. I mean, I'll be posting the link if you want to call in and give your side. Everyone else is giving their side. We haven't heard from Marcella. But before you call in, let's examine all the exhibits. Victoria, thank you so much for the super chat. Victoria says this. Yes, the avatar got just what she deserves. You get what you put out. Karma. The unknown avatar. Love, Ples, So Debonair, and Bishop. Look. Shout out to So Debonair. I know So Debonair follows us here on the channel. I don't know if you guys saw it, because then I went down a whole other rabbit hole, because I went from watching that live go down and them go back and forth, and to see Monica, who's normally very cool and collected on her lives, to see her lose it was sort of like, what's happening? And look, I didn't get involved with the whole getting into the comment section, because look, when you in this business, you just got to watch and look. Watch and see. Read body language. Not that we could read the avatar's body language. I don't know. Marcella, I know you're in the chat, and I'm sure some other people are watching, and probably Monica. Hey, Monica. I don't know how y'all could work with someone y'all have never seen their face. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Okay, so let me just play some of the audio for you guys, because look, I'm not going to play everything, because I know all of you that are here right now, part of the reason why you're here is because you've been following the story just as much as I have. So as I said to you before, I rolled in the middle of this conversation. It was before Ples joined the conversation, and then Ples called in. As I said to you before, I saw when Ples posted her video the day before announcing her leaving All About the Tea. And as I said to you before, Ples is very consistent. She was very professional. She didn't throw anyone under the bus. But apparently it got back to Monica that Ples was saying all these things, but Monica admitted she did not watch the video. So Monica look, I try to make sure at the very least, because look, nothing can necessarily be confirmed and made factual, especially when you're talking about celebrity news, unless the celebrity says it to you themselves. But if there's someone that you've worked with and people are coming back to you, and trust and believe, people come back to me and say all kinds of stuff in my DMs. But if someone is saying something to you, shouldn't you go back? Let me go watch the video before I go lose my mind on this woman that I used to work with. But maybe you were feeling some kind of way. Maybe you were feeling some kind of way about her leaving. Maybe you didn't want her to leave. Ples, in her next day live video, said that allegedly someone was deleting positive comments about her. Okay. Hold on. I missed the super chat. Let me get to it. Hold on, y'all. I know I missed something. I know I missed it. Hold on. Andrew Mack, for some reason, I can't find the comment anymore. Oh, here it is. Never mind. Thank you, Andrew, for the super chat. Andrew says, Kempire, I love you, bro. Be mindful of Marcella. I lost trust and respect for her. Look, Sherwayne says, I like seeing my blogger face, not an avatar. Just saying. As I said before, everyone has their own choices in life, but you think I'm going to work with somebody in this type of business and I don't know what they look like or who they are? I don't know their government sidebar. Monica, if you're going to take on a avatar persona, why would you use your real first name, allegedly? If this is the woman that I'm thinking that you sound like, exactly like, allegedly. Okay. TikTok, if you're wondering what we're talking about, we are talking about the drama between Dr. Wendy Osefo and the drama that's been going down with All About the Tea. And as I said to you guys before, if you're here watching, I'm sure you already know the backstory. I'm just giving you what I have heard. Look, these lives that everyone's been doing, 2 hours. I'm just going to give you the basic gist of what I think went down. Okay, that's what we're going to do. And then I'm going to give you an opportunity to call in and weigh in. I saw Marcella was here. Marcella, if you would like to call in, please feel free, because you're one of the panelists that we have not heard from. So as I said to you before, Ples did her goodbye video before this all went down. The next day, All About the Tea went live on YouTube, and they were saying all kinds of things about Ples. Ples ends up calling in. Let me see if I can play some of this for you guys so we can get into some of the things. You know what? Let me play Ples's video, not the first video that she did, the live that she did. Look, it happens to us all. It happens to us all. I knocked myself out. But here, I'm back. I'm back. Don't worry. I was clicking on too many things at the same time. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Don't worry. It's all right, everyone. Oh, gosh. So the quick update before we get into backtracking, Ples left. Now we're hearing that from yesterday's live that the bishop has left. And now we're hearing Schoolboy has left. Who does that leave? Marcella, have you left? Are you still in the comments, Marcella? I know you're still in the comments, Marcella. I know you're watching. You're like me. Watching. If you're still in the Marcella, have you left All About the Tea as well? I'm not going to tell y'all what I know in regards to the future of All About the Tea. And it's not because someone told me. Just saying. There is a future for All About the Tea. But we'll get there. We'll get there. We have over 500 people in the chat. Like this video if you haven't liked it already. Everyone, be respectful of everyone's opinions in the chat. Let's not be derogatory. Just a reminder. Just saying. Okay, let's backtrack because I want to play what Ples said. As I said to you before, she released a video before all this drama went down, letting people know why she was leaving. I'm not going to play that video. I'm going to play the live that Ples did where she dropped receipts on the situation. Okay, let's play a little bit of that. I'm going to take my face out of this so that you guys can. I'm not going to play the video here. Hold on. Oh, first of all, let me say thank you. Grandma Scary, thank you so much for always supporting the channel. Grandma Scary says, well, Monica lost 3 of her people. Ples, so debonair, Bishop, Marcella was a troublemaker. Beware. Look, y'all don't gotta look, y'all don't have to worry about me. Okay? Y'all don't have to worry about Kempire. That's why I have my own platform. There, we have people call in, but at the end of the day, remember whose name is on the outside. All right. Let me get into this, y'all. Let me just play a little clip from what Ples said during this live that she did. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. Let me just play.
And I'm going to start with what I like to go off what my topic said. Lies, jealousy, and evidence, and that's how we're going to go. Lies. This was the first lie. Oh, some people didn't know I was leaving, or we had a different arrangement. Let's talk about the arrangement, right? May 17th, I called Monica, covered up her number. I'm respectful. Y'all probably can't see because my phone has this weird font, but it was a 15-minute call, and that was me being respectful and professional, even though we did not have any agreements in writing. Ever since January, she's been promising me a contract that never came. So I'm still trying to be professional. May 17th, I called to give a 2-week notice. Hey, Monica, May 31 is going to be my last show. I'm done. Oh my God. This is her. Oh my God, what am I going to do without you? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know, and what's going on? And I was like, time constraints. And that is a big part of it. That's one big reason. My daytime job, like everything is ramping back up. I won't still just be working from home. So daytime job, everything that I had worked for last year to lose weight, I wasn't getting my workouts in the same. I was only getting so many hours of sleep because I got my daytime job, then I'm on here. And yes, now whether people like it or not, I have my own platform. So I was letting my subscribers down because I wasn't able to put out content. Because y'all, these videos take, unless you're going live, like the videos, the Married at First Sight, the things that I was doing take hours to film and edit and blah, blah, blah. So it was like, okay, everything is slowing down. Like, so I just, my output in April wasn't that good. My output in Monica wasn't good. In May wasn't good. So I'm just like, you know what? I need to I'm doing too much. My life is out of balance. As much as I like to believe I'm Superwoman, you can't do everything. So I decided to say, I did my pros and cons list. I'm a big person. In terms of making lists, I made my list. The cons outweighed the pros. And so it was time to move on. And I kept it respectful. I kept it, girl, time commitments, this is this. She said, okay, since I can't, she said, well, what do you think about only doing 1 or 2 days a week? And I said, well, to be honest with you, I would only be interested in maybe 1 day a week. I'm not going to commit more than 1 day a week on my time. And she said, okay, well, what about Fridays? And then she was like, well, Fridays, but then also if we have an after dark, or if we have a versus, or if we have some, a watch party. So still adding more to the plate. And so I said, okay, what would be the compensation for me to give up every Friday of my month? And she said, oh, well, I don't know. I'll have to think about that. And then she said, I have a lot going on. I'm not going to bring the person into it, but she said she had a lot going on. It was a lot going on with her blog. So, cool. She would call me back in 2 to 3 days. Also in the conversation, she asked me who do I think would be a possible replacement? And I said, well, Princess is your most consistent person and people really like her commentary, but I'll get into that a little later. Some stuff happened behind the scenes, so I know that may not be an option. I also said the Andrew Reese guy who calls in sometime. I also said maybe Queen Tulsa. I gave a couple of names. Crown by Bree, but I know Crown by Bree is a hairdresser and works. This lady April who calls in is really dope. I know April works. So I was like, I don't know, but those are some options. So we left off of maybe I'll do Fridays, but what is the compensation? Right? She says, I'm going to call you back in 2 to 3 days. Let me think about that. That was May 17th. You guys see another call after that? No. So in lawyer terms, you offer an acceptance before there is a contract. I asked you about my money. You never gave me a response. Now let's look at these text messages. Never texted me to say, hey, I know I said I was going to call you in 2 or 3 days, but I haven't been able to. Nothing. This was from Friday, May 28th. You can't really see it again, this font on my phone, but I'll read it to you. Hey, Monica, I will be a little late tonight. I'm having technical difficulties. I'm on the phone with Cox trying to troubleshoot now. She says, oh no. Okay, sis. I hope you get it worked out soon. Then she says after the show, hey, I didn't announce anything because I want to chat whenever you're free this weekend sometime. So if there was no announcement to make, why, if you didn't know anything, if it was so off guard, if you had a different thought of what we were going to do, where was the announcement? What announcement were you going to make? This is what you're saying, not me. Hey, I didn't announce anything because I want to check. You already were supposed to call me 2 weeks ago. You never called me. Okay, cool. I said, okay, I'm available tonight because lots of people have anxiety and depression, including people sitting on that panel that was throwing shade last night, but that's cool too. I don't like when someone says, hey girl, I gotta tell you.
I'm gonna stop it there because as I said to you before, if you're here, you probably know the full details. She presents a lot of receipts, and if you watch Plez's original video that she announced her, her departure from All About the Tea, she says it's because of time constraints. Apparently, based on what I've heard on All About the Tea, they made it seem like it was a mental health issue, which is never. That's slanderous. That's slanderous, but that's also what we've seen in other videos from All About the Tea in regards to some of the things that they say. They exaggerate some of their thumbnails and is clickbait. Look, anyone that does marketing, anyone that does this YouTube thing, yes, there's a level of exaggeration. There's a level of enticing people to come and watch your material. We all do it. Downright lie might be a whole other thing. Bishop did confirm those concerns in his 2-hour live. Lord have mercy. I was like, I don't have 2 hours in my day to give to this. But here we are. Here we are. I see all of your comments, y'all. I'll have to read through some of these a little bit later on. I also watched Schoolboy's Live. Schoolboy's Live I was like, whoa. I have to say, Schoolboy's Live was actually probably more, and the live I'm talking about was before everyone started leaving. I know Schoolboy did an Instagram live as well, announcing her departure or break from All About the Tea. I'm sure that's going to be a departure. Someone told me that Marcella, also, I remember hearing the bishop say that Marcella also will not be coming back. I heard Marcella also did her own video on Facebook. There's a whole other world on Facebook. We're live on Facebook right now, too. The Kempire on Facebook, Kempire Radio Network on Facebook, and Kempire Daily on Facebook. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. And the rumors about Monica being a white woman, based on what I have seen and discovered so far, no, Monica is a black woman. Monica is a black woman. And again, I just want to say to the panel, to the entire panel, why would you work? You're getting money. You're literally getting money from an avatar. You've never seen her face. I heard Schoolboy referred to her as like her mom. I heard that Monica was making it seem like they were a family. No. I get cringed when people online that I can't see their face say, oh, we're a family. I don't even know you. What's your last name? You barely know someone's last name and you saying that they're your mom? So, y'all are crazy in there. Monica is not a white man, allegedly. But everyone can do whatever they want to do. It's your life. But could it be me following someone that's an avatar? Look, you guys, there are a lot of you that call in and are avatars. That's okay. You're calling into my show. I don't really need to see your face. I mean, I would prefer it because at least then I can know that you're not someone I know, trying to just like, you know what I mean? It is what it is. But look, I'm gonna move a little quicker. I just wanted to play that clip of what Ples said. But then Ples calls into All About the Tea, and then this heated back and forth happens between Monica and Ples. So let me play that for you. I've tried to cue everything up. I was gonna play a little bit of what Schoolboy did, but I just felt like everything that Schoolboy did on her StreamYard, I just felt like she talked all kinds of reckless. She did end up apologizing later, though, during this other live. Let me play this for you guys. I hope you appreciate all of this. If you appreciate this time that we're taking, please let me know in the comments. Because sometimes I feel like maybe they don't want to hear all this. Maybe we can just move on. Because we will get to Dr. Wendy Osefo. Don't worry. We will get to Dr. Wendy Osefo. We have almost over 900 people in the room. Like this video if you haven't liked it already. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. As I said on my banner here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, I am the curator of pop culture. And when I say that, I mean that. There's a lot of stuff that I read about. There's a lot of stuff that I see. But then I'm wondering, is this worth talking about? At this point, All About the Tea and the breakdown of their panel and YouTube channel is worth talking about. Speaking of their YouTube channel, I've seen them grow. As I said to you before, I've been following the channel. And when I say following, I know what's going on. I'm not subscribed. But I did look at, because they were losing followers. Schoolboy kept on saying, I'm losing followers by the minute. People were calling Monica a liar in the chat. I was like, damn. And some of them she was posting up. I was like, oh, girl. The time when I was watching the All About the Tea Live, they had 107,000 subscribers. Before they took off their subscriber count, it was at 105,000. I'm not sure where it is today, but it is a reminder to all of us that create content here. Just because you've built a Kempire, aka Empire, doesn't mean that it can't fall apart. Especially when you're not authentic or showing your face. But I know there's people on here that don't show their face. That's okay. But when you're spilling tea, I think it was inevitable. This was inevitable. Grandma Scary says this. Bishop said that they were never told what the topic would even be until the show started. Yes, as I said to you before, I'm not going through every single detail of what transpired in All About the Tea. Only reason why I decided to even do this live was because Dr. Wendy Osefo decided to address them. And we will address Dr. Wendy in just a second. I know you love it when I get to the tea, but I feel like all of this tea that we're talking about is very important. I feel like this is very important. Okay. All right. Thank you, Grandma Scary, for always supporting the channel. I appreciate you so much. Hold on. I know that I missed a super sticker. Hold on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sai. Oh my God. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Sayahus. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I apologize. I couldn't, for some reason, the super sticker didn't come up on my, oh no, here it is. Thank you so much. Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate your support of the channel. Like this video if you haven't liked it already. We have over 1,000 people watching. So if you're just joining us, we're talking about all about the tea and the breakdown of their panel. Plez gave her notice on YouTube. I can't even remember the actual day. I remember seeing it. Then it blew up. It blew up. I played a little bit of the live that she did after announcing her departure. And then she ended up calling in to All About the Tea. Let's play that for you. And as always, we are citing our sources and they will be linked in the description of this video. So shout out to all of our sources. I will be posting the link because I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts. This is a family. That's scary. I'm sorry. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let's get into this. Give me 1 second. Let me just cue this up.
She and I spoke recently, and she said that. Remember we spoke, 2 months ago or something, you called me?
Yeah.
And I told Schoolboy that. I told everything.
At that time, I was still in a place of not being able to speak it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I said right here, I'm gonna tell you, if I did anything to you, I apologize. And I just don't want it to continue to be no bad blood. And I want to air it out tonight and did it because I'm done.
Anyone that went on father's based on anything she said, that's really effed up. It really, really, really is. Because number one, you didn't say anything on that show that was not the truth. And you basically repeated the same thing I said tonight. Okay? I didn't call her. Is she mad because she didn't get the farewell or send off that she feels that she deserved? I don't know. But for you to say I didn't like you and I was jealous of you, or anybody on this panel was jealous of you, is ridiculous. Would you send somebody $250 for their birthday if you was jealous of them, or you didn't like them, or you didn't care for them? Why don't
Can I pause it there, y'all, for a second? I'm sorry. I'm not going to pause it many other times, but I had to pause it there. Yeah, Monica, I can see you sending her money. Because some people use money, not to say that's what you're doing. Some people use money to control people. I can see you sending money because you feel like that's the right thing to do. And so reportedly, they all were getting paid $200 a month. Except Plez. Plez was getting $300 a month. She posted those receipts during this live. I mean, first of all, just because you're on a panel, because you have a large platform, you don't necessarily pay your panel. So it is a nice little gesture to give to your panel. Okay. Because being on a panel, especially if your channel is large enough and we're growing, just being on it is plenty enough payment. But $200 a month and you're working 5 days a week for how many hours? They had 2-hour lives and they do it after dark. That doesn't sound I don't know. That sound good to y'all? That don't sound good to me. That doesn't sound $200 Monday through Friday after I've worked all day. Now I got to sit on this live and give my opinion. A month? I don't know. For those that are asking who left the panels, as of right now, we already know Plez left the panel. We know that the bishop announced yesterday that he left the panel. I'm hearing that Marcella also has left the panel. And Schoolboy pretty much said she is taking a break. I don't know. I don't know if I could do it. I honestly don't know if I could do it for $200. Maybe that's why Plez was like, you're going to have to pay me more for this. And also, just a reminder, I know a lot of you were reminding me of this detail as well. A lot of times the panel would not be given any sort of, this is what we're talking about. They would know once the link was dropped. They're like, oh, this is what we're talking about. I mean, I'm not sure if that was by design. Maybe she didn't know, because I know sometimes, you know, this is a day-to-day. I didn't know I was going to talk about this until you guys saw the reminder. I didn't know that. Maybe that's what it is. But in all fairness, because Plez is an attorney, and I have seen lives with Plez, and like many of you, I really enjoyed Plez's commentary because she just seemed very logical and fair. But when they were going through legal documents, the fact that you didn't send Plez ahead of time legal documents for her to review, and she's reviewing this on live, there's this research that people have to do. There has to be, you know what I mean? There's things that have to be done, and that to me that's not fair. I don't know how you can rationalize that. That's not fair. And I literally have witnessed that, where they're going through legal documents and Plez has not seen them before. That's not fair to anyone that's an expert. But with that being said, I'll continue playing this video so that we can move along, because we are going to get to the Dr. Wendy Osefo part, even though I think the Dr. Wendy Osefo part is a very small part of this story. I've been holding off on doing this story because I've been seeing it play out, and I'm glad I've waited this long, because now the entire panel seems to be gone except the avatar. But as I said to you before, this is not over for the avatar. This is not over. This is not over. Okay, let me play this for you guys. Hold on 1 second. We're gonna get into this, and I am going to drop the link because I want to hear your opinions. We already have over 1,000 people in the building, but we only have 200 something likes. Come on, y'all. Like, subscribe. I've seen so many of you saying that you've been waiting for us to do this. You've been waiting for everyone here at the Kempire to talk about this. Okay. Okay, let me play this. Let me play this again.
Why not? Why go do 2 lives? Why not pick up the phone or text me and say, Monica, I really need to talk to you. I really do. Otherwise, I'm going live
to my enemies.
Yeah. I'm going live. I need to talk to you right now. Right now. I'm not stirring the pot. I was forced to do this. I didn't want to do this. I was forced to come on here and address it and talk about it. I don't like doing this stuff. I might even do, I don't know, I'm about to delete this live, but I don't know. But I don't like doing this stuff. Yeah, I sent her 200, here's the receipt right here. Okay, she also said I didn't pay her. She started in January. Every month, I don't know why May's payment didn't show up on here, but I did pay her in May, and I paid her more than other panel members. And I would also send her, I would also tell her like through DMs privately, congratulations, or you're doing well, or, you know, keep up the good work and that kind of stuff. Where's this narrative coming from that I didn't like you? Here's Plez right here. Here she is. We're going to just hash it out. We're going to hash it out.
This is where it gets good, y'all.
Yeah.
So I heard some things, so people kept inboxing me, and like you said, y'all, I didn't want this to be ugly, which was why when I gave my notice, I thought this was going to be a peaceful thing. So let me be very clear, Monica. You need to start watching things, and this is for anybody moving forward. Like I said on my video, I think y'all should actually go. You too, Marcella. You too, Schoolboy. I wish all of y'all well. I do not dislike any of y'all. I did not understand why this had to be like this, and maybe this is a bunch of non-communication. And if it is, I'll take that. However, I gave my truth on how it appeared to me and how I have been feeling, and I gave my reason. So Monica, when I got off of my live and I heard people talking and telling me you were going live, I never said I was not paid. I didn't discuss money at all. I wasn't going to. I'm professional. I don't discuss how much each person is paid. And then you said I was paid more than everybody else. We never had group meetings. I don't know how much everybody is paid. And so can
I just say something real quick? I just gotta get this out real quick.
Hold on, wait. Just wait 1 second. If we're gonna be honest about the pay situation, you offered 200. I agreed to 250, and you said the budget had opened up to 300. And at the time, it was early January. I didn't know what I was getting myself into, and I did accept that because, as you said, there is a balance. We're getting paid, and this is exposure. I never complained about the money. Anybody who, like I said, you need to go watch the video. I never said you didn't pay me. I said you were very nice to me for my birthday. That is why I stayed, because I've been thinking about it since everything happened with the So Debonair issue with that After Dark. I knew that was going to shift the energy if it hadn't already shifted. Then the next week came the issue with Marcella and Schoolboy getting into it on the live about the mama thing. And then we had our back talk. Princess, I did not discuss on my live what happened in that backstage talk. I did not go into detail about what happened. I just said these things occurred a week after So Debonair started praising me. And to me, that is when things shifted between all of us. That is when I started to notice comments favorable to me being deleted. And I have the proof of that. I don't know who was deleting them. I just know anything left in the replay comments, most of the ones, not all, most of the ones that were positive towards me were deleted. Now, I understand the ones, and I told people on my live, moving forward, please do not compare panelists. Please do not pit people against other people, because that just makes it hard for the person. And I feel like y'all felt that I was taking over. I thought I was all that, and I'm doing all of this because other people are saying things. I didn't say those things.
Did I say that you ever, Class? Have I ever disrespected you, Class? I've never disrespected you.
I think that is objective. I feel you have some time.
So, Class, I never supported you on your page.
I didn't say you didn't support me, Marcella.
I came and watched you. I came and watched you. I gave everybody super chat. I never tried to be better than you. I never said you was a fake lawyer.
I never said that.
I repeated what you said last night. I repeated what you said last night. And on your live, you kept mentioning me for what? If your issue is with Monica because you leaving, you never told me in a conversation that you were leaving. You never told me that. I never been in the group chat with you. I never been on the phone with you. I'm disappointed that you would throw me under the bus, and I've never derogatory said anything to you. I've always supported you.
Marcella, I did not say
that because I love you, Class, and you know it.
Marcella, can you calm down and just listen for a minute?
Can I just say one thing real fast?
Can I just address Marcella?
No, I need to say something.
Okay.
Let me get this out, please.
Okay.
Maybe I should end this live because I'm shaking right now. I need to say something and let me say it, please.
Okay.
Why couldn't you just call me? I expected so much more from you as an attorney, quote unquote. Why did you pick up the phone and say, Monica, are you okay? You were supposed to call me Sunday and you didn't call me. And I'm going live to say I'm no longer going to be on your panel, which I didn't know. You told me that you were going to come down to 1 day a week. And we also agreed on maybe some, after darks and that kind of thing. You said, okay, fine. Yeah, I could do that. You said, what about the pay? Am I going to get paid the same? And that's what I said, let me think about it. I literally had laryngitis from yelling at the kids all weekend. It was Memorial weekend. Why didn't you just text me and say, look, I got to get some stuff off my chest. And I have enough respect for you before I do that or I go public with it, because I never pictured you to be the type to do YouTube wars. I hold you in such a high regard. You're a professional woman. And if you felt some type of way about something, you felt that we didn't like you or you felt uncomfortable or the energy shifting, why didn't you just text me and say, the energy has shifted, I'm feeling some type of way. Can we all get on a conference call? Because I have that much respect for you. Even when you were leaving, you didn't tell Schoolboy, bye, I'm leaving, I'm no longer going to be on the panel. Why?
See, I don't know if you just heard any of what you said, but you literally just disrespected me by saying an attorney, quote unquote. Now you're trying to shift it and say, I didn't tell the panelists. Monica, you have always acted and treated this as a business. The only time we talk is about a business. You may talk to Marcella on the phone. You may talk to Schoolboy on the phone. You have not called me and talked to me as a friend.
We have a group chat, and people, you can pull the receipts, schoolboy.
The group chat.
Every day when I had Instagram, we would joke in the group chat. We would post things in there. We would kiki, all four of us. We would do that in the group.
I have to pause it there. I gotta pause it there. First of all, shout out to all of you guys for the super chats. Hold on one second. So y'all can see me. I don't want y'all to be talking about me, saying the Kempire is an avatar. I watched this live, y'all. I watched this live. And they took it down right after, so I didn't think anyone was going to catch it. And as always, we will be citing our sources. Shout out to our girl. Homegirl. I want to make sure I get your name right. Nosy Ho Live. Thank you for all of the super chats and all of the tea. I believe that Monica is a Black woman. Based on the person that I saw and heard, I believe that is Monica. I just don't understand why Monica's using her real name if you don't want to show your face. That to me wasn't necessarily smart. But look, it's okay. Maybe she plans on revealing who she is. As I said to you before, you're in a group chat. You're doing business. You're taking money from an avatar. And as I said to you before, a lot of you call in and you have your avatar. That's fine. But I'm not doing business with you. There's not an exchange of money. I'm not talking to you on text. You think I'm talking to somebody on text and I've never seen their face? Everyone has their own choices because everybody on that panel was grown, but it could not be me. It could not be me. So as I said to you before, if you're just joining us, we have almost 1,400 people in the chat. I almost didn't do this story because I wanted to see it play out. You know, we do breaking news here, but I knew that more was coming. And if you're just joining us, we're talking about all about the tea and the falling apart of their panel, their late night panel, which started with Plez, now the Bishop, now Schoolboy, and Marcella. I'm going to drop the link for you guys to call in just a second. So all of that played out. So Debonair did a video. Shout out to So Debonair. I'm citing all my sources. So all of the folks that did lives or captured the lives, I have posted in the description of this video. So I know half of y'all that are in here are just here for my commentary. Probably more than half. And you've seen all the videos. But, here on the channel, we like to cite our sources. Some people do, some people don't. I don't care. I'm not here to judge Monica and how she conducts her channel. It's her channel. But if there's anything that we can learn from other people's mistakes is clickbait, not having, integrity with some of your stories, allegedly, not understanding that the reason why people really help grow your channel was because of the diversity in your panel, was because of people like Plez and the Bishop and Schoolboy. Everyone played a part. If everyone was messy, if everyone, if there wasn't this balance, it wouldn't work. A lot of people are saying, why couldn't she just do her own YouTube channel without a panel? Because she saw her panel growing she saw her YouTube channel growing because of the panel. Yes, she could be out here like I am doing news and sharing her own thoughts, but she saw that it was very lucrative. And that was the other reason. Allegedly, they were paying these panelists $200 each. Plez got $300. And look, I understand some of these other panels that you're seeing, panels that I've been a part of, you don't get paid for. You either want to do it because of the cause, or you're doing it because of the channel, or you're doing it because of the person, or you're doing it for self-promotion, whatever it may be. Oftentimes, these panels are not getting paid. She decided to pay them. Someone had commented and said, well, in one night, she made like $900. And I have dropped by All About the Tea, and I've seen those $100, super chats and things like that. So she was making far more money in a night, then she was paying the entire panel, allegedly, reportedly. Not sure. Not sure. I know you guys, a lot of people are wondering about the actual who Monica is. I'm not going to reveal who Monica is. I've seen a video. I believe this is the woman. I'm not going to reveal because she wants to be private, obviously. But as I've said, I'm not going to work with someone. I'm not going to be in a group chat with someone. I'm not going to call someone mommy if I've never met them and I'm only, look, I won't even go on a date if I haven't seen at least 4 or 5 pictures. And I'm talking about on, like a Hinge or a Bumble or something. If you if in those 4 or 5 pictures you got nothing but masks and sunglasses on, I'm swiping left. Look, left. Never mind doing business. And I'm shocked that Plus would even do business. Plus, I got to call you out too. You did business for how many months with this woman that you've never seen? You've never seen this woman? So it should be no surprise that things went down and got shady. At the very least, her panel should know what she looks like. Right? Hey, Shan, what's going on? I'm the same way about seeing someone's face. I'm just saying, in my real life, I need to see faces. Especially if I'm going to be working with you and doing business with you. This is not the end of All About the Tea. If you've been following the story, they started with 107,000 subscribers. I've seen the channel grow. There was a period. I don't even know why. I don't even know why YouTube allows you to hide your subscribers. Why? When I had 100 subscribers, I left it open. So you all, if anything, all of you have been celebrating with me as you see the channel grow. You all see my subscribers since the beginning. I have never hidden it. Which is okay. Look, if you want to hide your subscribers, that's fine. For a period of time, they were hiding their subscribers until they reached about like 60,000 or something like that. So we saw them grow up to over 100,000. But the night of that live, I already saw it had went down to 106,000. Then before she stopped showing the subscribers, it was at 105,000. Not sure where it's at today. I know a lot of the people that followed and supported All About the Tea really followed for the panel. So a lot of people wondering, why does she need a panel? Was because that was what brought in the money. That is what brought in the subscribers. And she saw that. Based on what I'm hearing about who this person really is, this person understands marketing. This person understands business. Part of the reason why he or she is hiding their identity. And they have every right to hide their identity. I'm just saying, I'm not working with you. I'm not working with you if I can't see your face. Just saying. All right. Let me drop this link so you guys can call in. I've already been live for almost an hour. And normally I would. Hold on. Wait. I love this comment right now. Hold on. Show this comment, y'all. Where did that comment go? Someone said they have 30 subscribers and exactly. Show your growth, because in a week, in a month, in a year, that could be 30,000, and people that have been following you at 30 gonna be like, wow, remember you were at 30? But I'm not judging you. If you want to hide your subscribers, hide your subscribers. But don't hide your face. Don't hide your face. Thank you, Mosaic. Mosaic says, again, don't forget to subscribe. We have almost 1,500 people in the chat. Subscribe. You're getting daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, and reality TV. Don't forget, tomorrow we will be recapping The Real Housewives of New York, which airs tonight. Not that they need our promotion. We're going to have the conversation because these last couple of weeks, it's some serious stuff they're handling on The Real Housewives of New York. So we will recap that. And, of course, on Thursday, we will recap Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Family Karma. A lot of you guys have been loving us talking about Family Karma. I'm excited to talk more about it. I'm loving the show. Anyways, I'm digressing. Don't forget also, but since I have your ear, I got to do some promotion. Kempire Radio, my podcast, is a place where you're able to get uncensored versions of these hot topics. So trust and believe, this Friday, I will be talking about this and maybe playing some audio. Okay, I'm not going to say anymore. Let me post this up. Hold on, y'all. Ooh, I can't even pin my message because y'all, I think the last time we had this many people in the chat is earlier this year when we were talking about the Prince Harry and Meghan Markle interview. That was the last time. I was waiting to gather my thoughts on this story. I was waiting to gather my thoughts, and I see a bunch of y'all got thoughts. Trust and believe. I'm gonna have you all, but everyone that's calling in, please hang up once you're done making your comment, because the back room, I think, only allows me to have 12 people. Yeah. So if you've been trying to call in the past and you're like, oh, he's not taking my call. No, it's not me. StreamYard, despite the amount of money that I pay for this sucker, only allows us a studio of 12. Well, it's a pandemic. You can't have that many people in the backstage. The world's opening up, though. The world's opening up, and I think we're all vaccinated. If you're not, please wear a mask. Okay. I'm going to take call. Wait, let me just make sure I've covered everything. I haven't played all of the videos. I had all these videos queued up, ready to play them, but I decided not to play them, which is okay. As I said to you before, if you've been following this All About the Tea Star. Oh, let me get into the whole thumbnail. The whole thumbnail. Okay. So part of the reason why I decided to do this was because a housewife decided to chime on in. And who was that housewife? Dr. Wendy Osefo. She decided to share her thoughts on this situation. And wow. Oh, damn. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my tweet together. This was her tweet. Let me move over. Dr. Wendy Osefo took to her social media to post this tweet. But before we get to Dr. Wendy, Candace posted this tweet yesterday. Well, technically at midnight of today, and said, child, we over here laughing at you. Full, I don't know how to pronounce this word, ruckus laughter at you. Just go sit down. Fade to black. And a lot of people are wondering, who is she talking about? Then comes this tweet from Dr. Wendy Osefo. And as you know, All About the Tea, and we've reported some of the stories from All About the Tea. Look, I'm not going to deny it. I'm not going to deny it. I own it. We reported some of the stuff that All About the Tea reported on Dr. Wendy Osefo. And you know, they've reported multiple things, including a baby and a white woman having an affair with Dr. Wendy Osefo's husband, Eddie Osefo, who addressed this on Mother's Day, saying that this is the only mother of his children. Look, we report everything. We report all of it. Do I believe it? That's a whole other thing. All right. So this is what Dr. Wendy Osefo posted on her Twitter. She also posted her tweet on her Instagram as well with a interesting video. I'm not going to play the video just because it has music in the background. We don't need that strike. Okay. She says this: how funny is it that a blog that has attacked my family with countless baseless rumors is now getting exposed by her own employees as a liar, a fraud, and a xenophobe who only posts slanderous stories for clickbait. Karma never misses. Have a blessed Tuesday, y'all. Hashtag RHOP. Lordy, 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 Lordy. Okay. All right. I don't know why she wouldn't name the name, but maybe she didn't want to give any clout to All About the Tea. I have no problem saying it. Oh, Lord. I'm seeing avatars in the background. Y'all are so shady. Let me take a couple of callers and then look. We have over 1,400 people in the chat. Mods, I appreciate you. I know it's hard out there in these streets right now. I appreciate you being here. Shout out to all my mods. Shout out to our growing community here on TheKempire. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. I'm your curator of pop culture, and we're talking about All About the Tea. And now Dr. Wendy Osefo has dipped her toe in the mess. So that's why we're reporting on this story. TikTok, if you're wondering what we're talking about, that's what we're talking about. All right, Nia, I'm going to bring you up. Let me know your thoughts. Hey.
Hey. As soon as I seen the thumbnail, I was like, I have to get on this because I've been watching this whole thing since it started. And I was actually watching all of that live. So I was like, is this really happening? Like, are we really about to do that? But so yeah, I definitely like Plez. I'm a big fan of her. I started watching because of her. Actually, I didn't know about All About the Tea. Somebody introduced me to it, and it was like, oh yeah, they do these pieces. And like in the beginning, it was really, really good. We're not gonna like, I can't even say that it was clickbait. It was like, I would say recently it started becoming clickbait. Like a lot with the T.I. and Tiny stuff, it became clickbait because then like you start talking about the kids and if the kids and stuff like that, you know. I would say that at some point I never really did like Schoolboy, and I felt it was wrong for her to talk about Giselle's children because she did say that they were ugly. And she was like, that's why Giselle is so mad, and that's why she doesn't want Jamal kids, you know, in their life because the other daughter was prettier than Giselle's daughter. And that's not true.
God.
They have their heads on their head. They are very smart girls. No matter what their mom do, at least she raised them right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And their kids.
Exactly. They have no fight in this. Like, you're an adult. She said like she's 35 years old. A 35-year-old talking about a 15-year-old tells me a lot. Like, come on.
Also, I'm sorry to cut you off, Nia. Also, I didn't play Schoolboy's live. That live was very disrespectful towards Plez. Very disrespectful. I didn't
watch it because I heard the first part where she was like, yeah, we're going to really say what's going about all about the tea. You call an avatar your mom. That let me know right there you have abandonment issues or something like that, because who calls somebody they don't know their mom? Like, all this, oh, we love each other. Y'all don't know each other. I don't call everybody who I meet. Like, my coworkers at work, they know we're acquaintances. We're not friends. I don't throw that word around. Not everybody is my family. You know what I'm saying? I have some good friends. Like, we're good friends. I don't consider them family yet. I know who my family is. I know who my good friends is. And I, like, it was just so childish to me. Like, oh, we're in kindergarten. Oh, we're just all friends and stuff like that. Like, no. So
and we're a family.
Like, what grade are we in? Come on.
And mind you, you know, look, everyone has a different opinion on that particular situation. You know, there are a lot of people that consider us here a family. That's great. However, you see my face. You see my personality. You know my name. You know what I mean? Like, TheKempire is a play on my actual name.
But like, we don't. At least we get to see you. Like, okay, and that's another thing about me. I'm like, if I'm gonna talk mess about somebody, you know who I'm talking mess about. You see my face, you know what it is. We have a lot of people on YouTube talking mess about people all day. Tasha K, come on. And I know Tasha K walk around like it doesn't matter. Tasha K says a lot about people. You mean to tell me you're not saying anything because you want to protect your identity? No, that's not.
She wants to protect her job. From what I hear, she has like a very well-paying job.
So she wants to protect her job, but yet again, she wants to call Plez a quote-unquote attorney and not understand that, you know, we're going back into the real life. Like, she's an actual attorney. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so, and I don't want to like stay on here too long because I know other people are waiting, but like, come on now. I watched both Plez and the Bishop because I started like subscribing to them. The Bishop had a lot to say and I loved it, and it hit on points I already knew. You understand what I'm saying? I feel bad about Marcella because I feel like Marcella was the person that was the scapegoat. Like, ever since, because the narrative that was being played by some people was when Marcella came, that's when everything started to fall. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't feel like that's what it was. I feel like there was a way for Monica to be like, oh yeah, I like this person more. Yeah. And let me put my attention on her. And then she went with it. She never said anything at all.
Marcella, if you want to call in. Nia, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Okay. Hold on, Lisa. I'm going to bring you up. Cocktails with Lisa. Lisa Michelle, as I'm going to start calling you.
How you doing today?
I'm fantastic.
I'm going to tell you something like this. Let's get this straight. You was right. Why are you doing an avatar for? Okay? Baby, because I'm going to tell you something. If something would have happened and the feds come knocking at the door, what you going to tell the feds? I'm talking to an avatar.
You got a good point, Lisa.
They're going to look at you like you're crazy. They gonna look at you like you're crazy. Like, what you talking about? The avatar. And you tell this person, mama? No. I said, I'm gonna tell, and you know me, you and I been talking about this. I told you I have a pass. You know what I'm saying? You know,
I have a pass.
And that baby dog, you know what I'm saying? I show my face. I ain't got a problem showing this. Why not show this beautiful face God gave me? Okay. Now I can understand, and I do understand some people out there don't want to show their face because they do got other jobs and stuff.
Yeah.
They do got jobs and they want to protect. And that's all fine. But you are getting paid by somebody you ain't never seen before. What kind of mess is that? I told you when the feds come knocking at the door, people looking
Not
like,
the feds.
and FBI acting like, what? What you talking about?
You're right, though, Lisa. I didn't even think about it that way.
You're gonna get locked up right along with them.
Because they can see your face.
Yeah, because
You can see everyone else's face on that panel but hers.
Because she ain't showing her face. You showing your face. So, we don't know who this person is. This person might be over in Australia somewhere. You don't know. I'm for it. You don't know.
Lisa Michelle, as I'm calling you going forward. Thank you so much for calling in. We have such a long line. I want to get to everyone. Love you too. Bye. Thank you. Okay. All right. Hold on. Brianna, I'm going to bring you up. Brianna, what's going on?
Child, it's about time you open these lines. I was waiting to speak my piece on this.
What are your thoughts?
So I want to comment on why I think that Monica reacted the way that she did.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I think this explosion happened, and why was it inevitable? I have reported to women like Monica, meaning they were my boss and I worked under them. I've been in management. And when you have someone who is the thing about jealousy is you don't always deserve someone's jealousy towards you. And I've been where Plez is, where someone doesn't appreciate something about you. And the way they handle that situation reflects the way that the way they deal with what they can't appreciate about you reflects how they deal with you. I think that Monica intentionally was ignoring Plez. Plez said she gave Monica her 2 weeks notice on May 17th. So there was no excuse at that point to feel blindsided by anything. I don't care what anyone on the panel or people are saying. There is no reason for Monica, of all the people, to feel blindsided by anything, because she was not. I think she intentionally ignored Plez and dodged her so that she could pretend that Plez up and left the show. She wanted it to seem like Plez just walked out on her responsibilities. That's why she pulled the mental health card, because she wanted it to seem like it was Plez's, Plez just walking off and couldn't handle things anymore. Because I think she really was jealous that Plez was like a fan favorite on her panel. And I think the reason why she got so outraged at what I consider a very harmless video, the first video, there was nothing negative about it. She got upset because it foiled her plan to become the victim in the situation. It foiled the narrative that she wanted to create about Plez. And it pissed her off that she was able to control her own narrative, because Monica did the same thing to So Debonair. No one knew what happened with that. And this seems to be her MO. She doesn't want it to seem like people are willingly leaving her show, or she does not want to address that there may be issues that arise that cause people to want to take a step back. Hence why her entire panel fell apart overnight. So I think she purposely was avoiding Plez, because that way Plez made her video simply as a way to close a chapter. She was not making it to call out Monica or somehow beat her to the punch, but she had tried enough times to get in contact with Monica. It is not her job to inform the panelists, because if she did, how do you know Monica wasn't going to come back and say it wasn't your business to go telling the panelists anything without me being I'm the leader, I want to lead that charge. It could have backfired on her either way. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. So I think that.
Brianna, we can't hear you. Brianna, we lost you. What happened? You were preaching the word. Brianna, call back in. For some reason, we lost your audio. Okay, hold on. because I see quite a few familiar faces. I want to bring those familiar faces up, but let me just get to some of the other folks that are calling in. Faria, how are you?
Oh, hi, Kempire. How are you?
I'm fantastic. What are your thoughts on this story?
I love your show.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, I was watching the live when it actually went down, and I was so shocked because I actually really loved. I've been watching All About the Tea since January, and I really liked Claire's schoolboy and the bishop. I just thought they were really good together. But I did see a shift when Marcella joined the panel. I've got nothing against her personally, but I do feel like the dynamics changed of the whole panel. And I did see that I don't know, anytime players would say something, they would really like, I don't know, they would just disagree. I remember once Monica was saying something about, do you know Simon Gobardia, who's Portia's new fiance? So Marcella said, ooh, he's so handsome, he's handsome. And a player said, no, he's not handsome. And then she found it really weird, like she got really offended. And yeah, I just the way she treated her, I think it was just completely out of order.
Yeah.
And she just, I don't know, she was really opinionated, Monica. I remember once she was really against T.I. and Tiny. She really hates them. And on one of the live panels, I remember she said that Zonique's daughter, Zonique, who is Tiny's daughter, had a baby. And she said something like, oh, two light-skinned people having a baby, that's really disgusting. And I just found that so shocking, that comment. Yeah, she said it on the live. I was listening. Yeah, she said, ooh, two light-skinned people having babies. No, I don't like that. I don't like that. And I was like, well, what the hell are you talking about? That's so racist. You should not be saying that. I was so shocked. And she would always make these crude comments, you know. So, but the way she treated Ples, I was watching live that day, and she just, I just felt like she was gaslighting her. She was really gaslighting her, and it just she's a narcissist, basically, gaslighting, lying, and just trying to make poor Ples look like a bad person. It was just really horrible. I unsubscribed, and I think a lot of people have.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the numbers dropping. Faria, thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you, Kempire. Have a good evening. Bye.
You too. Bye. Okay. Patty, thank you so much for the super chat. Patty says, "Those YouTube monsters with millions of viewers are lucky to get 500 likes. Kempire Crew shows up and represents." That's what I'm talking about. I appreciate you guys being here. We have quite a few callers. I'm going to get to everyone tonight. I also need to eat dinner, y'all. Okay, let me get into this. Lulu, I'm going to bring you up. Everyone that's coming up now, please make it as quick as possible because I want to get to everyone. And then hang up because we want to allow people to get in backstage. Okay? Lulu, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on, Lulu?
Hey, Kempire.
What are your thoughts on this story?
Crazy. Because I used to be a huge All About the Tea supporter. And one time I called in, and I remember saying, oh, hey, you know, Monica, this is good that you put in a well-rounded panel with different perspective and different walks of life. But my favorite is Ples. And yeah, she hung up on me. Like, and I was like, and that's when I knew. Yeah, she did. But
wow.
I'm just so glad that Bishop and Ples have realized that, okay, being on that panel, like, you have to be authentic. You can't always, like, I feel like it got to a point where it was like you had to agree with whatever her narrative was, not necessarily what you thought or what you felt was whatever with whatever topic it was. It wasn't necessarily what you thought as yourself. It was more so whatever narrative she wanted. And to me, where I unsubscribed and I related to Ples was when Apple Watts called in and went off. I don't know if you know, you saw that live.
I didn't see the live, but I heard.
Okay, so she went off on them. And then, like, literally the next day, she brought in the lady that took Apple Watts' kids. And to me, it just kind of seemed as though she was trying to prove a point. Like, she wasn't wrong. and so she had to bring that lady to like support her. But it's not about that if it's kids. You know what I mean? It's not, it shouldn't be about that, especially when it involves children. We should have a sensitive spot when kids are involved. So for me, that's why I started kind of like, okay, why would you bring this lady on just to prove your point? It's not about what you're talking about. And then also about the whole Wendy Osefo thing, like the husband cheating.
Yeah.
A lot of us think that that's just for a storyline, but she literally went on there and said that, oh, well, did I not say this? Did I not say that he was cheating? It's like, okay, well, so if you're going to talk about everybody else and their drama, why are you deleting that live? Why are you running away? And why are you gaslighting Players when she came on there and trying to make it look like she did a horrible thing to you? To me, she just reminds me of like a Wendy Williams, where she would dish it, but she can't take it. So I wish that channel well. I unsubscribed because I just kind of was like, okay, Avatar and all this going on. Like, I'll stick with you because I can see your face.
Well, look. This is not about me and
I know that.
versus that.
But it's about authenticity. It's about being real. And I just feel like it's a lot of pretense. So, like, it took a while for me because I gave in all these super chats and I was under her text message thing, and I had to block that because I just felt like, why are you so into other people's businesses? But then when it comes to you, we should keep quiet. If you're going to talk about everybody else and you have dirt in your closet, it should be fair game. We should talk about you too.
And so we are.
That's right, like right now. But anyway, that's what I wanted to say about all that. But so I just wish everyone on that, because it was a well-rounded panel, to be honest. I'm not even going to get into schoolboy dum-dum with what she did, because that was I got secondhand embarrassment from that video. I was like, oh my God, what are you talking about? And then 10 minutes later, you're crying. So what happened between you saying you don't give a damn if people unsubscribe to you getting on the live with Monica and crying? In between those 10 minutes, what happened?
Thank you so much for calling in, Lulu. I have such a long line today.
I know.
Thank you so much for calling in. All right. I'm going to bring up just some of our panel. But they're not getting paid. Wait a second. Thank you so much, LA Fleetnick, for the super sticker. I appreciate you supporting the channel. We have over 1,600 people in the chat. Here on the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, you're getting daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and even YouTube drama that's going on. We've been following this story for quite some time, and this is the very first time that we're talking about it because Dr. Wendy Osefo decided to put herself in the middle. Because as you know, Dr. Wendy Osefo, there have been rumors about her relationship with Eddie Osefo allegedly cheating. And this was all brought to you by All About the Tea. So, of course, she's had a vendetta against them, rightfully so. Anyone talking about your family, you're going to have a vendetta against. But we're also going to see this season, all of this play out during the Real Housewives of Potomac, which will premiere on July 11th. So we shall see. We shall see. I'm going to bring up some folks that you guys are familiar with. As I said, I'm looking at the names. You guys are a mess. Not paid by Kempire, a.k.a. Danielle. I'm going to bring up someone who's switching back and forth. You're about to give me, I don't know what. Look at the avatar paid by Miriam's. St. Jay's here. Wait, hold on. Shantae's here. Although I wouldn't consider St. J or Shantae's pictures avatars. Avatar is what Miriam has, or what Danielle has.
Yeah, it's like a cartoonish version of you.
Yeah. All right. Okay, I'm gonna start with Shantae. Shantae, thoughts on this story?
Okay, Wendy needs to decide what she wants to be and what she wants to do. Because we've already said before last season even started, all of these credentials she has, and she wants to go on this crazy show. and do this mess. And then she's coming back for another season. And I'm confused because I went to look at her Twitter feed. And so clearly she's invested in being a political commentary provider or whatever. She's clearly invested in, she tried to get up, was it not The View, The Talk, trying to get Sharon's old spot. She's clearly invested in trying to get some type of a permanent seat in the news realm, in the political commentary realm, which you take those people seriously. So now you're trying to stick around on this reality show where women have been grabbing hair, throwing leafy greens, as we're going to see this season, throwing punches at a winery. It makes zero sense.
No.
Like I remember the talk she was having with her mother last season about what she really wanted to do, but then yet you're still throwing your 4 degrees around, but you got 1 foot in it. It makes no sense. Make it make sense, Miss Wendy. Make it make sense. Because now you got your personal business out on the streets. It just, no.
Say, Jay, what are your thoughts on this story?
I thought it was a mess, but watching a train wreck in slow motion is so juicy. And as it was happening, I'm watching live. Ples joins the live, and I'm just like, and Monica's just unraveling. And you go to Miriam so I can quiet down my dogs.
Miriam?
Oh, special effects?
Miriam, you got to give me Ajita with that back and forth.
Okay, the avatar will speak today. I want to thank Danielle for taking me as inspiration for the name.
Oh! That
is the biggest form of flattery.
And this is the beginning of the downfall of this panel. Go ahead.
No, never. We disagree. We agree to disagree here, and we agree most of the time. Well, where do I start? Yes, I unsubscribed. I didn't listen to Schoolboy's live, but all the renditions where that person went dirty, and I had the feeling that she was intoxicated by fame. So don't think that she calling Monica mom is really like thinking her of a mom. She considered the avatar enabling her stardom and fame on Instagram. And she had the beef with Ples because Ples, she got monetized way before her. So she had a problem with that, it seems. But here's the thing. I started watching All About the Tea. Like the first YouTube channel that I ever watched was Cheryl's World. And I was enjoying it on the daily basis. Then things like this happened that turned me off. But now it seems like they're okay. I'm going back there. Because sometimes they're funny. I find them funny. If I find you funny, I'm going. You're not paying me. If I give you a click, I'm supporting you. So, but
Shout out to Gabor, the other avatar.
Oh my
Gabor
God.
cracks me up.
He's my soulmate because I love when we go at it together, defending or going against Portia. Anyways.
Okay.
So we connected there. But this is the thing. When I went to All About the Tea, it was because of that debacle of Monique. And my name started as not paid by Monique because Candace, she would accuse anyone who would be defending Monique as to being paid on the show. So this is how it came about. Not paid by Monique. Now I'm not paid by anyone because Monique is not on the show anymore. So I felt like, I'm not paid by anyone. So I used to call and she would get my phone, but then the conversations would be something that I really have nothing to add. I wouldn't even call. And then, but every time I called, she would take my phone. Till one day she asked me, were you who sent me a Cash App? I'm like, no, it was during the day. And then she started monetizing, doing the Patreon. And to be honest with you, I had the feeling it's not that I'm cheap, but I'm like, oh, dude, we are all in a pandemic. We're all struggling here. I didn't go for the membership, full disclosure. So then I called twice when it was Atlanta or when it was Potomac topic. She didn't take my call. So I felt like, oh, okay, so you really want me to pay? Fine, I won't talk. But this is the thing.
Miriam's over here dropping tea. Continue.
Yes, every time I called, no, every time I watched, I really would learn something new from Ples or the bishop. The bishop would be more spiritual by, like saying stuff like how to accept people, although they were shady at times. And I wouldn't agree.
We are.
Yeah, we are, and Ples, I would always be like astonished by her knowledge in law. At first, I didn't know she was a lawyer. And then, by watching, I discovered she is a lawyer. So, but this is the thing, my problem here. Slavery is over. And low income or low hour paid, I feel like I always called it before here, that this is the new slavery, the modern slavery, is paying someone $11 an hour, $15 an hour. That's a slavery. It's a slavery when you have to work more than one job to make ends meet. That's modern slavery, period. So here's my thing. She makes tons of money, not only by the cash apps or the super chats. Like when you are going to watch a call or a video, 3 hours, you know how many times it stops so that an ad pops up? Like she is making money. And for me, like I am shocked that she had to think about to give Ples $250 a month. Are you kidding me? And I feel like here, listen, me and Marcella, we are oil and water when it comes to Team Twirl and Team Horsha. We are oil and water. Yes. But here's the thing. I feel like, and she didn't pay me. One time she sent something, I think, I don't know to whom. She was like, I'm going to send you money to get the essential oils. And I said, oh, send it to me too. She goes, oh, you don't need it. No, I'm not paid by her, but I like her because she's funny. And I feel like Monica used her strategically to antagonize Ples. Marcella wasn't in it. She was enjoying being in the panel, yes. And she was enjoying it her own way. She is different. And here I feel bad for Marcella because today she dropped a video. I encourage everybody, go there to Marcella Speaks. And she said, I'm not going to bash anyone. I see that there are feelings hurt and she wishes that things went down differently. And to be honest with you, who validates this feeling of mine is what Bishop said yesterday. I was like, for the whole live, I was like, what? I was listening.
And just a reminder to everyone, because here on the channel, we cite our sources. I have posted the Bishop's video in the description of this video, along with So Debonair's. And shout out to All About the Mess that captured some of the lives there. They have all been cited in our video.
Yeah, I have to thank All About the Mess because I watched everything that Ples said on there. But here's the thing. I feel like just to your point that you called out Ples, rightfully so, because she's smart, right? But what I feel like it was there were blurred lines. It was like, listen, we come here, we're not paid. You know that, I know that. But we come here, you don't make us come here every night for 2 to 3 hours. And if we tell you we can't, you don't say, oh, but I need a male perspective, like she did to Bishop. She was really playing them, like making them feel bad if they wouldn't show up. Yeah. Because she knows the secret sauce is that. Like they were her secret sauce. It's her channel. We all agree that. But here's the thing. She really... we fall into the arms of, I'm not calling Monica the devil. They fell into the arms of the avatar because the avatar doesn't look like what she really is. And when they deal with her, they learn it the hard way. So I feel this is what I relate to Ples. I consider myself a smart person, but so many times I was hurt by people. I treated them way better than they deserved, or way better than the way that they treated me.
Yeah,
So,
but they were actual people that you knew and
Yes.
saw their faces and knew their names.
I was
I
trying
want to
have
move.
Marcella
Miriam, we have a
come
lot
here.
of people on the
I
line. I
know.
want to get to everyone. I
And
want to move.
just if you want to say something, if you want, like Marcella, this is what I have a message from her. I spoke with her this morning, and
Wait. Hold that. Hold it. I want it. Like I said, we have a lot of people on the line. I'm going to let you say it, but I would much rather Marcella speak for herself.
That's a cliffhanger. You're good. You're good.
Can't with you, Miriam. Miriam, we're back to the avatar. Nia, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Nia says, yes, I remember Miriam calling in on All About the Tea. She was so nice and funny. Always wonder why you stopped calling in. You can answer that later, Miriam. Danielle, thoughts on this hot topic?
Oh my goodness. This is all such a mess that I've watched. Like St. J said, it's a train wreck that we're driving past slowly and just keep forget driving slowly. I'm just stopping and looking at this point.
That's exactly what happened today. I stopped and I'm looking.
We're stopping and looking. Okay. There is so much to unpack with this because I had no clue what was going on. And once I got caught up, once I got the little bug in my ear, the video had already been pulled down. There was another YouTuber, the guy and the girl, the comedian lady. I can't even.
Lean and Busy.
Yes, they reference you all the time.
Wait. Sidebar. Shout out to them. But they look after that live that they did, and they were covering, and they were playing the videos and things like that. Shout out to them. I need to source them in this video later. But shout out to them. They started some other mess.
Oh,
they started some other mess, and I'm not getting involved because y'all don't want me involved.
No, we don't.
Look,
watching them, I was able to catch up because the videos were removed. So, and I used to follow All About the Tea, but once they started to grow, and I appreciate how you try to control us, and you.
Why you gotta say it like that?
Well, no. Well, okay. So let's not say control, but you want us to be respectful of everyone, the playback and everything. You ask us to mute our mics. You let us take turns to speak. Once they got so large that everyone was like over talking each other, it became hard for me to watch. And then it was that whole clickbait thing of, oh my goodness, they talking about Housewives of Potomac this week. Let me click on it. But then it's like an hour and 34 minutes before they even get to, I didn't have time. So I really unfollowed them. I stopped watching. I found you and I found DJ Richie Sky. And I was like, okay, I'm content. But I would go back periodically.
I'm content.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Shady boots. But to hear Plez's video, so I watched the live first on the comedy channel because they were very funny. I saw that, then I went back and watched Plez's live. I'm like, well, dang. Monica admitted to not watching Plez's video.
Yeah.
Shouldn't she have the heart to go back and watch it? Because technically she owes that woman an apology. Then Schoolboy said in her live, first she said that she had no clue Plez was leaving. Then later on in her live, because she got so passionate, she was so busy into the comments, she was like, we knew that she was leaving. We knew 2 weeks ago she was leaving. Well, first, if you rewind your own video, you came out saying that you didn't know. And technically, no one had to know. Plez did the right thing. She let Monica know. Monica was the one, air quotations, paying them. It was a business thing. It was a work thing. And looking at Monica's LinkedIn profile, I don't even know how she has the time to sit up here and do.
Shut up. You went to her LinkedIn profile? That's what you did yesterday.
Yeah, I went to her LinkedIn profile, and I do see that she does hold a very high position at Bojangles. You girl.
No, come on. Let's not.
It's a corporate position. What's wrong with that?
No. Let's not put out people's the name of the company.
Oh, it was already in Google, honey, and they had already put it in the comments.
Look, and as a moderator, I'm letting you guys know we will not be doing that on the channel.
Yes, sir. So, but back to the whole avatar thing, I get if you want to be private, I get it. But you can't always come on your channel, on your page, dogging people the way she's dogged. And the way of the world of the internet today, honey, is come on, people figure it out. You can't do that. You can't be that person and not think that someone's not going to come and find you, because it's just the way of the world. Google is everyone's friend. People don't have time but nothing but to Google and research. And the breakdown, the disrespect that she showed Ples when she took that fake phone call, it was almost like she leaned over to her husband, was like, tap, 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 fake like you calling me in a few minutes and I'm gonna act like I'm answering the phone. That was so disrespectful. When she answered that fake phone call while Ples was talking, and she completely she was like, hello? Yeah, okay. Oh, you okay? Yeah, okay. Come on now. You talking too fast to even be responding to anyone. Like, she was so disrespectful. It was just ignorance. It was horrible and cringing to watch. I almost wanted to come through the computer and punch her in her face, because it was.
Okay, Dan. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a timeout. I think you're getting very. We love the passion.
I was getting a little passionate. I apologize.
Okay, I just want to go back to St. J, because St. J had the dogs barking. St. J.
Okay, I'm back, and they're quiet. I thought it was so chaotic. I thought watching, oh my gosh, wow. Not again. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
It's weird.
I thought watching them. Is it weird?
Yeah, try calling back in. Maybe it's the StreamYard. All right, hold on. All right, ladies, stay on the line. I just want to take some more callers. If you're just joining us, we have over 1,700 people, almost 1,800 people in the chat. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. You're getting daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and the YouTube streets. We're talking about All About the Tea and their nightly panel, falling apart. And Dr. Wendy Osefo decided to tweet about it. I'm going to post the tweet again for those, because I'm sure you saw the thumbnail and you're like, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? How's Dr. Wendy associated with this? Okay, well, Dr. Wendy decided to post a tweet earlier today saying how funny it is that a blog that has attacked my family with countless baseless rumors is now getting exposed by her own employees as a liar, a fraud, and a xenophobe who only posts slanderous stories for clickbait. Karma never misses. Have a blessed Tuesday, y'all. I feel like this All About the Tea situation is going to continue to grow, and we're going to see this play out on The Real Housewives of Potomac. Not because they've already stopped filming, but the reunion hasn't been filmed yet. And I can see Wendy bringing this up. I can see Dr. Wendy bringing this up and throwing All About the Tea in there. And they'll probably just call it that blogger. The blogger. Okay. People look, I know, I forgot who asked me. I think it was Danielle. Is it okay if we mention other YouTubers? Of course. Of course you can mention other YouTubers on my channel. I have no beef with no one, even if they have beef with me. I'm sure there's people that got beef with me and I don't even know it. I ain't got beef with nobody. You can, look, we can uplift bloggers here on the unless they've done something really bad. Unless they've done something really bad. And then when I say really bad, like they murdered somebody, I'm just saying. Wendy, thank you so much for the super chat. Wendy says, I'm in the minority, no doubt, but I like Marcella. I like her from day one. Monica was wrong and disrespectful to Ples, but down low, I thought Ples was boring and never stopped talking. Wendy, and that's why I love this channel, because everyone has a right to have their feelings and have their thoughts. And I like how you worded that. You did it in a respectful way. Look, in a respectful way, and that's why a panel works. Not everyone is going to love Ples. Not everyone's going to love Marcella. Not everyone's going to love the Bishop. Not everyone's going to love Monica. And that's what made them work. And that's why the channel was growing. That's why if you went to their lives, they had thousands of people in there. Thousands of people were watching All About the Tea. Okay. Let me take some callers. Callers, I'm just going to say this. We've been live almost 2 hours. I have not gotten up to go take a break. I have not even eaten dinner. And not that y'all care. I appreciate you being here regardless. But please keep it short. Okay? Please keep it short. I'm going to take some callers. I see quite a few people have been waiting for a while. Mrs. Fudge Dumpling, I'm going to bring you up. Hey,
how you doing?
I'm fantastic. How are you? What are your thoughts on this?
Oh my gosh. Okay, I can be honest about this. I was on that live when it happened. I was trying to call in and everything. I was a caller and a part of the testing community. And I started seeing things like it was when they was talking about the Lizzo thing. It was like how Monica and them was reacting to Pledge's opinion on it. They just kept disregarding it. Like it was just so disrespectful. It started coming out, and you can tell. I knew Pledge was leaving. You can see it. It's like you can see it in her spirit that she was being bothered. And then when she talked, it was in the comments where people were saying, "Look at their eyes. Why y'all rolling her eyes while she talking?" They didn't want to hear her. And I felt, you know, Pledge brought a different perspective to things because everybody on the panel mostly agrees. So when you have somebody who is having a difference of opinion, I think that they just didn't enjoy it. And then I felt they was getting upset because players were getting praised.
And Ples did confirm in her video that they were deleting comments that were praised.
Exactly. I was watching. I kept seeing a lot of messages getting retracted that shouldn't have been. I've seen it.
And why do you think that was happening? Were they intimidated by Ples and her growing?
Yes, they were very intimidated because, you know, as Monica said, the quote unquote lawyer, which is very disrespectful. And then you're trying to throw out her mental health, knowing that she's a lawyer. That lets you know what type of person, you know what I'm saying, she is and what her frame of mind is as far as trying to so-called build up Black people. But your channel has a lot of videos of you tearing down Black families. It's make it make sense.
Mrs. Fudge Dumpling. I appreciate you calling in. As I said, we have a long line of people. And I want to try and get to everyone. Thank you for calling in. Pia, I'm going to bring you up. But before I bring you up, let me just say thank you, Island Vision Aries. I appreciate the super chat. I unsub from All About the Tea, sending you love from Hawaii. Put your avatar on and eat while you listen to caller. You got a good point, but I got to finish cooking what I have. But it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. We'll be done soon. But I love that we are building a community here on the channel. And as I said to you before, this is not to bash All About the Tea. We've sourced them in the past for different stories. But sometimes when you're the story, look, I might be the story one day. I'm going to have to, you know, grin and bear it and do this. Do this. This is what you're going to get. Y'all going. Yes, I still got Fallon. Don't forget, my boy Up and Adam has an exclusive interview with Fallon on Thursday. Imagine. I mean, look, this is not an avatar, though. This is a beautiful woman. Shout out to Fallon. Okay. I see Miriam having a meal. Can I have a meal? Anyways, let me put my camera back on before y'all start calling me the avatar. Okay. Pia, I'm going to bring you up. What's going on?
Hey, fellow New Yorker.
Yeah.
Can you hear me? Yeah. I'm gonna keep it short and cute. Okay. But what I will say about Debonair, he just exposed a fracture that had already existed. And I was there that night when he complimented Ples profusely. But I'm Team Ples as well. And I could just see that it just was not gonna be good after that. Just the whole vibe shifted. And there were a couple of things that just kind of made me go, you know what? This is not for me anymore. I'm going to unsubscribe. I'm not going to follow you on IG. Wow. And that's what I eventually did. But that mental health comment that she made, and Buffy happened to be on a panel that day, that was disgraceful because Monica has this thing where she double disses, where she kind of has a target and then there's collateral damage. So I just want to say that. In addition to, I wonder if DJ Richie has seen her because he's on the afternoon panel and she seemed to really value the afternoon panel, even though the evening panel, in my opinion, really built that channel, really made it what it was, in my opinion, because they're just longer and people had time to kind of like chill, maybe come home if they were working through the quarantine, to come home and listen and engage, or even if they were at work and they could do that. It kind of kept you company, at least it kept me company. Yeah. But it's unfortunate. It was completely avoidable had Monica just been the professional that she seems to have the credentials to be and handled it differently. Even when Bishop, and then I'll leave it at this, said they had never had a team meeting. Like he used to push for meetings, and I just don't understand how you can even run this, I guess, which is a side business for her, and not communicate outside of the show.
But what is it? Wait, Pia, what is this team meeting gonna look like? The avatar and everybody else?
But I'm saying at least maybe I thought she would have at least showed her face to them. And then when I kind of obviously kept watching, I was like, she hasn't even shown her face to. Maybe she had. It was just a big question in my head. But I mean, I wonder if Monique, if Amir, if DJ Richie, if Buffy has even seen, and those are smart people too, just like Plez. We shouldn't just focus on Plez in this regard, because yeah, she's an attorney.
I'm
you know what I'm
side-eyeing
saying?
all of them. I'm side-eyeing myself for watching a video with the avatar being the host.
But I follow avatar channels on here that I happen to like, and they have integrity.
Yeah.
They do, but this just happens to be one of those situations, in my opinion, that, but I do understand that you're running a gossip channel, a commentary channel, especially on that level, you might want to show your face. So, yeah.
And look, and as I said before, I'm not shading her not showing her face. She has her reasons, but there's no way I could work with someone and get paid from someone, and they've never showed me their face.
Same here. I agree with you on that. Totally. Yeah. Totally get you. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Pia, for calling in. Fellow New Yorker.
All right. Go eat something. I'm about to. Bye.
Bye. Amarachi, I'm going to bring you up. Hey.
Hey. I'm from New York as well.
What's going on? New York is in the building.
Right? Oh my God. So I started watching All About the Tea. I knew about them, but I was always skeptical to subscribe because of the whole Avatar thing. But then when DJ Richie joined the afternoon panel, I was like, all right, I like his vibe, I like his channel, so why not continue to have a full on opinion about all these shows that I love to watch, I think it was Potomac they were covering at the time, so I was like, perfect, more opinions the better. And also it was during COVID, so I wasn't busy in the afternoon, so I had the time. Then she started the night panel, and then I felt the same with most people. I fell in love with the whole dynamic between Plez, Schoolboy, and Bishop, to the point where I started to follow their own personal channels, and even got on one of Bishop's late night talks as well. Mm-hmm. And was part of that panel, but it was a one-day thing. But that was awesome. And then of course Plez's vibe is similar to mine as well, very diplomatic. Mm-hmm. And I started to follow Schoolboy on her Instagram, and when she used to do her lives, I would type it in the chat. And I even offered her to come on my podcast to speak about coming out and mental health and all that, because that's normally what she did on her IG lives. It wasn't about messy shit. Well, sorry, messy stuff. It was mainly about her just sharing her experience, so that most families or most parents who have a gay child can kind of, understand where the child is and all that. So I was like, oh, this would be great for my podcast, because my podcast is about mental health. Then it started to get really dark around the TI stuff. And that's when I was like, ugh, I can't. I thought, because I'm very hypersensitive to a lot of information, and I'm very audio learner. So if I'm listening to you, I'm feeding this at night, and their lives would last until 11 p.m. and I'm going to bed carrying all of this heaviness with the TI stuff. And I in my private life, I'm a childcare provider, so I'm oh, I can't. So by April, I left. I stopped. I unsubscribed from All About the Tea, but I kept my subscription to the other folks. And then out of nowhere, I see Plez's video, because I haven't been watching All About the Tea, so I don't know what was happening. I saw Plez's video, and I'm like, oh shit, she's leaving. Okay, that's nice. Good for you, girl, because it was getting dark for me. So I'm sure it was getting dark for you, being on the panel talking about these subjects and really going really deep. It was too deep and nasty to me, the comments that most of them will make, especially about TI children, and it was just too dark for me. And I was happy that she was leaving, because I'm her spirit is needed elsewhere. Yeah. And then out of nowhere, I think it was you were there, I saw you in the comments with the comedians, And then that's when the whole schoolboy situation happened, and I saw everyone was on live at the same time, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? The
I love how
girl
you
just
just threw it.
said,
I love, even though I threw myself under the bus. Oh, you were there. Why you gotta say I was there?
but like everyone was just on live at the same time, and I'm like, why is this blowing up? The girl just said she wanted to leave because of time constraints, and I noticed that she wasn't on every live as well. So hello, things are opening back up. She's a lawyer. Do you know how many backup cases they have to take? Like, girl's not gonna be on YouTube anymore like that. Like, respect her leaving. So I didn't know where the shift came in. Where
Amarachi, I didn't believe her time constraints, and she confirmed it really wasn't about time constraints. I've used that excuse too. Wink, wink.
Yeah, obviously, of course, I didn't believe that, but I thought it was more so because like the topics were getting super nasty and like and just heavy. So being that most of the time she's like the positive and the light in the panel, I thought it was more for like emotional stuff. Like, this is too heavy for me. I need to focus on my brand, because her brand is hyper positive and really uplifting, and it was contradicting her brand, you know?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, maybe she just leave him because of the similar reasons that I have, you know, like I can like digest all of this mess. But then finally hearing all of the deep rooted issues, I was like, all right, I'm not surprised. Like with Monica, I kind of stopped following also because with someone repeatedly saying they don't trust people and they give people only 80% and blah 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 blah, and I'm like, but you have all these folks on your panel trusting you with their faces showing, and when people kept asking the panel, how does she look? How does she look? And everyone is like, stop asking her that. I'm thinking they know how she looks. That's why. And they're just entrusting, you know, keeping her identity secret for her because she doesn't want to reveal herself. But to find out that none of them have even seen her, that's weird to me. I cannot.
It's weird on many levels. It's weird on many levels.
Like, talk about catfish on another level. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, and
but we're a family.
Yeah, and then those. I like Schoolboy. Like, I have a soft spot for the girl because I can relate to her childhood and all that. And I was really disappointed in how low she went with her live. And I'm like, this is not the person that is talking about growth and talking about advancing and learning from, you know, past mistake. You're feeded into this YouTube world, and especially when she speaks a lot about not having things go to her head, blah blah blah. And I'm like, but this is what, like, you didn't sign up to even be a YouTuber. You were a caller before. So how your entire persona just exploded because of followers and monetization. Like, I started to see the contradiction to her stuff, and I was like, damn. Like, run away, everyone. Like, Monica, I already felt the toxicity from the way she speaks about certain things. And I felt like the panel, the night panel was more so of, it wasn't as clean as the daytime panel. And I think even in the daytime panel, she will like egg on, or she will say a comment to egg on nastiness from that panel. And they didn't really play along because they each have their own things to do. And they're all like a lot more, what's the word? Yeah, exactly. Like, they've been doing the same thing she's been doing, probably even longer than her, you know. But the nighttime was when she got, like, you know, a little bit more ratchet, so to speak, you know. And and knowing like she has these people who are not really used to this YouTube world, as they were calling, you know, given their messiness, she felt, okay, let me feed off of that because that's really what I want to do. I want to go this deep dark with insulting human beings and keep my identity, you know, secret, while everyone else, like, it was just too much for me. I'm like, you're talking about protecting your livelihood. What about theirs, though? Yeah. And you say your family and you care.
Amarachi, we have a long line of people.
No problem. I'm done. But yeah, thank you so much. And hopefully you get to eat.
Yeah, apparently not. Thank you. We have over 1,700 people in the chat. Like this video if you haven't liked it already. If you're not subscribed, subscribe. You're getting daily and consistent hot topics here on the channel. And when we go live, we welcome everyone's opinion. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not going to take you off the live unless you're being disrespectful. That's the only time. Callers, I know you all say you're going to be short and then you end up on here a lot longer. I understand you have a lot to say, and I want to hear it. But we're going on 2 hours. And for those that are watching this video after the live, be sure to like this video. Let me know your thoughts on what people are saying in these calls. I'm going to take a couple of more callers, and then I'm ending it. Okay? At some point, we can discuss again. We will discuss again. Okay? Because I feel like more is going to come out. And also, we have to hear what Miriam has to say that Marcella said. So, all right. Damn, when did this line get so long? Okay. Candy, I'm going to bring you up. Oh, wait. No, sorry. Candy, hold on a second. Hold on. There's quite a few people that have been waiting here longer than you, but it keeps flipping out because people dropped. Okay. Let me see. House of Diamonds? Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I feel like, first of all, Monica is in the whole thing with Schoolboy. I think that we have to realize that she is very immature in her own way. We all have seen that with her comments, her commentary, and I think that Monica, in her own way, kind of used that to her own advantage. With the whole calling her mom situation, all of that, like basically because she did in some ways start her YouTube, career, shall we say, through All About the Tea. So we have to look at that, you know what I'm saying? Especially with her protecting her identity and supposedly having, allegedly, a very high profile job, then she knows the ins and outs of business. So we always have to keep that in mind with protecting her identity. Because, of course, what she's doing is completely highway robbery because of at least all of the super chats that they were getting, along with all of the work that they were putting in, all of that. Definitely, it was more lucrative for her. I think that a lot of it also is that, Pez, as far as her being a lawyer, she should have definitely spoke up much sooner. And I feel like once her brand started to kind of take off in its own way, that brought up a little bit of not jealousy, but somewhat of red flags for Monica. Because she's looking at it like, okay, so now she's going to go ahead and take off into her own brand. So first of all, the whole avatar thing is completely shady, especially when it's your own panel that you haven't even divulged your, identity to. At least, that was my biggest thing, is not even divulging your identity to your panel would, for me, be a red flag of that you don't care about me either. You know what I mean? Even in a business light, that's very shady, especially if you hold a high profile position. You would know, of course, I would automatically take that as a red flag of, okay, so why is it that she's not even showing her identity to the people that's working for her countless hours and countless days? That is very weird, for her not to even show them. Okay, so that would be a huge red flag. And then you're having where she's deleting comments, things of that nature. It's all obvious that she was trying to keep everything kind of in her control. So I think that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, thank you for calling in. As I said, there's a long line of people.
Okay. No, you have a great day.
You too. Thank you. All right. Again, for people I'm bringing up, please make it quick. I'm just going to take, matter of fact, I'm just taking one more caller, and then I'm going to bring up some other people. Just because, even though I say this, you guys, I know you have a lot to say. I said we will discuss this at another time. We will go and really delve deep for another almost, okay, it's about to hit 2 hours. And I don't mind. I honestly don't mind. But it is going long. All right. Let me see. Candy, I'm going to bring you up. Again, please keep it short and sweet and to the point, please.
Okay, I will be short and sweet. So for me, Monica is a classic narcissist. I think it just boils down to two things: strategy and exploitation. Her strategy was, I'm going to piggyback off of the credibility of DJ Richie Sky, of Buffy, of Amir, these established people who have an actual integrity. So she showed them one side of her to get them to come on her panel, to shout her out on her channels. So we thought, okay, it's an avatar, it's kind of shady, but if these people are co-signing her, then, I'll buy into it. DJ Richie Sky is a great person. If he's co-signing her, she must be cool too. So I think that was a part of her strategy. The exploitation part comes on when she created her nighttime panel. So basically, Plez was the Buffy, the Bishop was DJ Richie, and Schoolboy was Amir. So they had their foils. So, but she didn't respect her nighttime panel on the level that she respected her daytime panel, and she treated them very differently. She exploited their time, keeping them on lives for 2 to 3 hours, 6 to 7 days a week, so she could get super chats during all that time. She could get the live viewing watch hours. Literally, that nighttime panel is what got her to over 100K. Because in the beginning, she wasn't even showing how many subscribers she had.
I remember.
So it's not so much like, oh, thank you for letting me be on your platform. It should be, thank you for taking my platform to the next level. So these panelists have 2 to 5 maybe K on their own channels, but you spent how many hours of your life building this woman's platform to over 100K? So who is really using who here? Who should be thankful to whom here? And I also think she's also very emotionally exploited. I don't think that Marcella and Schoolboy are inherently bad people. I think Monica saw their weaknesses. I think Marcella really has a deep wound of wanting acceptance. She's talked about, and this is nothing, I'm not saying anything she hasn't already said.
I'm just fascinated.
Yeah, her mother was extremely emotionally and physically abusive to Marcella. And she spoke about this a lot on the channel, and to the point where she left her home as a teenager. And that was actually what parlayed her career into foster care, like helping other kids who were at risk find safe homes because of the abuse that she had. So I think that deep-seated root in Marcella, she wants acceptance. She's very generous. She does the super chats. She shows up and she supports, but I think that's that wound in her. And I think Monica saw that wound and exploited it. Same with Schoolboy. Schoolboy had a very strange relationship with her own mother, and she only recently reconnected with her mother. So you have a 34, 35-year-old, Schoolboy looks young, but she's about 35 years old, who is calling another grown woman her mommy, her surrogate mother, her internet mom, and sending her a Mother's Day gift online. That is bizarre to me. I'm sorry, that's bizarre. So I think what it is that Monica sees people's weaknesses and she exploits them. And then what she did was she would plant seeds in their head to pin them against each other when she saw that she could not control Plez. I think she thought she had a weak person in Plez, but Plez was like, actually, just because, I'm not doing the most doesn't mean I'm not intelligent, doesn't mean I don't have confidence, doesn't mean I can't think and speak for myself. And that's why Monica got so angry on that live, was because she could not control Plez. And she thought she could. She thought she could continue to pimp Plez out the way she had been pimping him out the whole time. And Plez was like, no, I have my own mind. I'm making my own moves. And that's why Monica got so angry and was trying to get everybody against Plez, and then it blew up in her face. And Bishop, it's not that I have anything against Bishop personally, but I don't really like his commentary. Sometimes he was very anti-woman. Like, he would make a lot of misogynistic comments about women. I just didn't like his perspective when it came to women. I found it very deeply disrespectful, and I didn't really like that. And also now he's all coming out like, I'm on Plez's side and I'm leaving the panel and I'm saying my piece. But you weren't saying that on the live. You didn't say it the day after the live. Bishop, you move in grimy, because if you really were the Bishop and as, uppity as you want to say you were, you could have said very respectfully, you could have had Plez's back during that. You didn't have to sign off and go off all the other places.
Or lean like this at one point.
I was like, Bishop, lean forward, talk. You could be a man and in the situation between two women and still come correct and respectful and say what is right. So don't hide behind that. And then the next day, he was back on the panel kikiing. The only reason why he came out and left the panel was because of the backlash. If there had not been the backlash that happened, Bishop still would be on that panel, kikiing with Monica and the rest of the crew. The only reason why Bishop spoke up was because of the backlash, and he was saying, oh, this ship is actually sinking. I'm going to jump off it. If it was not that, he was not standing in integrity at all. He would still be, because the next day he was on the panel laughing and kikiing and doing all this stuff. I think it was the Lisa one or whatever. I stopped watching a long time ago because I co-signed what Miriam said. I used to watch when Miriam used to call in a long time ago, and it did change. And then she did change it to only people who were paying to be a part of the community could call in. So you basically had to pay to play.
Candy, I love it when you call and you have such a great perspective. You're so concise, and she's not just an avatar. We've actually seen her in live in motion
and
before.
This isn't an avatar. This is me.
Exactly.
This is a photo of me, guys. So once I just usually come in after the gym, so I don't want to be all crazy on your show. But when I'm all done up, I'll come back and I'll turn the camera on.
Thank you so much, Candy. I appreciate you calling in.
All right, I'll see you next time, and you keep shining.
Thank
Please, you are a bright light that we all need. So you keep shining, and I'm going to keep supporting, and just you keep shining.
And you keep calling in. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
I will. I'm here. Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye. Yo, I love Candy. Candy just started calling in. I think I don't know. Probably in the last couple of weeks. She always has such a great perspective. I'm like, oh wow. And apparently all of you agree. All of you agree. We have over 1,700 people in the chat. Like this video if you haven't liked already, and subscribe to the channel. You're getting daily and consistent hot topics. We do this all the time. If this is your very first time watching, we do this all the time. We're talking about this, all about the tea situation. As Candy said, in the way that she broke it down, it might be, we might need a documentary. Like Ginger said, surviving all about the tea. And we need to, can I do it? Can I interview all of the people that are part of it? And look, I'm looking at you, the Bishop. I agree with Candy. I agree with Candy. It's a little suspect. It's a little suspect. But you know what? Look, everyone has growth at different times. Everyone has growth at different times. All right, I'm going to bring up, I'm not going to call on the panel because they're going to start sending me a Cash App request. All right, guys.
Okay.
I'm going to start with Danielle, and then Miriam. We want to hear the message. But before we do that, Diana, who's our mod, Diana, I apologize. First of all, I didn't expect to be on this long. I didn't expect this many people to be here, but I appreciate all of you that are here. And thank you for the reminder. We have hit 15,000. 15,000 subscribers. We're subscribers. If you are subscribed, turn on that notification because you're getting daily and consistent hot topics here on the channel. Danielle, based on everything that you've heard so far from people that were subscribers to this channel that watched this go down, what are your thoughts?
That you about to blow up. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo.
I can't with you.
Those are my thoughts. Like everyone in the comments is saying how they left there, but they're digging the vibes here. They appreciate everything. So kudos to you for keeping everything respectful and clean and doing your research and reading or looking at the videos before you come reporting stuff. Shade, that was me throwing shade at Monica. But
no, but it's true. But you already know. There's a lot of research that people. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a journalist, but I do watch a lot of the stuff before I come on live, and that's why sometimes you'll see me change times or things like that. Like this was supposed to originally be at 6:30, but then I was like, no, I watched everything. I've been watching this play out. I saw the live that went down on All About the Tea when Ples called in. I've been watching. I'm not Barbara Walters, but I can pretend to be.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I interrupted you.
No. I'm sorry, but I'm actually making some jerk scampi. So yes, it's okay.
Are you really just gonna do that to me? You know I'm hungry.
Well, I put in the comments, what is everyone eating? And Miriam said she wanted some of this. So I told her, come on down. I'm offering. I'm making enough for this poor family.
I'm coming wearing my avatar.
Yeah.
Well, Miriam, pick me up first, and then we go down.
Okay.
But no, It's so much. To your point, I would like to see what's going to happen next. I hope nothing else comes of this. Oh my gosh, because it's also.
I already know what's going to happen next. To be honest with you, it's not the end of All About the Tea. It's going to be a new panel.
Okay.
Just remember where you heard that.
Okay.
Miriam, now can you read the message to us?
Well, yes. The message is what I wanted you to talk first is like tell Marcella that this would be a safe place for her to come and talk her piece.
Yeah.
She posted the video and she asked me to send you. I sent the video that she posted on Instagram.
Okay.
I don't know if you check my messages because I posted your picture on my stories, like saying with pride.
Okay. All right, Miriam.
Anyhow,
Miriam, I'm just going to point this out. I have multiple jobs.
I
Very
know.
much like the Avatar. I have a corporate job too.
I like to.
But you see my face.
Yes, and I have a corporate job too. Anyhow. So here's the deal in response to why people wonder why I stopped calling. I got the vibe that she's going only for money and she's given. This is where I feel like she exploited Marcella. This is my opinion. This is not the message of Marcella. Marcella, she just urges everyone to go to her Instagram and to listen to her video where she did not bash anyone. She just said that they're hurt. And I wish Marcella would come here today, to be honest with you. I was trying to convince her, but I didn't succeed.
Which is okay. Which is fine.
Which is fine. When she's ready, she's ready. And
if she wants to do a pre-recorded interview, we could do that too, Marcella.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be the producer.
You could be there.
Anyhow, so here's the deal. And then like the channel started going dark in the attacks and in the sexual content.
Oh.
And I listen, my kids, they follow me. I always keep that in mind. Like I'm shady here, but I don't go that because I'm a mom of 3 guys. So I stopped calling. People would inbox me saying, why are you not calling anymore? I'm like, I'm too much going on. And their lives are really long. So here I feel like Monica, she was underpaying people. Like it should have been an agreement. I am shocked that no one, like they were all thinking like they're growing a channel and growing their own channels, but they were not, because the majority and their prime real estate time, they were giving it to Monica. They were not putting their own content. And I agree 1,000% with you. The bishop, I wish he did not stand silent, because in this day and age, we know silence is complicit. Period. End of story. They should have said something. I feel like she played on all of them. I don't know them personally. I've spoken with Marcella more just because I started this journey like by knowing RJ, and she knows RJ. But here's the deal. She showers everybody with super chats. So someone can argue, oh, did she buy her way into the panelist over there? I don't think so, because she could have been a panelist anywhere. She showers Monique Samuels with $100 super chats. You know, more power to her. She's spreading the love. So, and you guys appreciate it. Like, I would never diss someone that's giving money, because even if they have an agenda, they're giving money. You know, they are giving. So if you're not given the same amount of money, you don't have a say in that. You can't say that. I hope she gets comfortable and she speaks. But it's really like, I feel whoever, like, if she's going to have a channel, the magic is gone. I am telling you, because she showed her true self in that live where she contradicted herself. She's the one who always like prides herself to be the researcher, the investigator, and she didn't even bother to watch the live that Ples did. And she's attacking her and saying this, and Ples didn't attack anyone. She was contradicting herself. It showed that she did not watch, but I think she watched. And I think she only deleted, like even their apologies, like Schoolboy's apology, was a day late and $1 short. You want to apologize. You shouldn't have to apologize. You should have said, no, this is not right. We are grateful for your time here, and we understand. and 3 hours every night and sometimes on the weekends. And when they would go on after dark, you can count like 5 hours a night. Like it's tiresome.
Can you get to Marcella's message though?
Well, that's the message. The message, she is asking you guys to, she wanted you to play her video on the channel because, and she says she doesn't want, you know, I hope she's
How
not
long is the
listening.
video?
She said it's 8 minutes. She said she doesn't want to stay out of protecting you. She doesn't want to come in your channel because she feels if she comes here, she will stay in your channel. And I was like, don't say that, woman. If he gives you a platform to talk, you're not staying in, you're saying your piece. People will agree and people will disagree. You know, that's why she didn't come today. She was like messaging me on Instagram now. And she said she, out of being protective of you because she likes your channel. And this is why she didn't come on and to talk.
Okay. All right.
And I feel
Toya, thank you so much for the super chat. She says was disgusted when she spoke about T.I. and Zanique.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to take a couple of other callers. Ladies, if you can, stay on the line. People are saying that, look, I will decide if I will, who and what I play on my channel. Right now, we're already going almost on 2.5 hours. Ladies, like I said, stay on the line. I'm going to take a couple of other callers, and that's it. That is it. Because I know it's been a long night already, and I haven't even eaten dinner. And I'm like Candy. I'm a Taurus. I like my food. And if I don't have my food, I'm going to get real crunk up in here. Island Vision Aries, thank you so much for another super chat. She says this, Tasnique has a premiere on her channel of her interview with Monica, all about the tea. It premieres tomorrow, but Monica didn't show for a previous interview. I do remember seeing and hearing that. Look, we might have to go live again tomorrow. Is she going to show her face? We shall see. We shall see. Because I'm not sure if you guys want an apology from an avatar. I'm just saying, at this point, you probably should show your face. You probably should show your face. I don't know. Okay. I'm going to take some callers really quickly. Oh, I'll take Toya. Toya, you're on. Look, they're going to start calling me all about the tea, only taking people that have given me a super chat.
Hi, and thank you for taking my call.
Of course. What are your thoughts on this whole situation?
Oh man, it's a sad situation. I'm gonna try to be very quick, but it's a very sad situation. However, it was very obvious that Ples was being treated a certain way. And one thing that I did notice, and that Ples pointed out in the video, Ples said they keep saying it's a family, it's a family. It's not a family, it's more of a cult. And I agree with her on that point because every time they would speak about, let's just say Candy, right? Candy and her shenanigans. Everybody would speak ill of Candy. And if Ples would say, but you know what? I get where she's coming from and this, that, and the other, it wouldn't be received in a good way. They basically, my point is, Monica wanted everybody to agree with her. Mm. And one thing that I noticed too is that every time Schoolboy would maybe say something that went against Monica, and then Monica would say, oh, but that's not true because this, that, and the other, Schoolboy would immediately change her point of view and agree with Monica. So yeah, it's very, very, it's a sad thing, but it could have been avoided had Monica not said anything about Ples's mental health, which Ples in her videos said nothing about her health or anything of that nature. She said time. That's what I heard was time. That was the main thing. Yeah. And okay, now I lost my train of thought, but I'm gonna be quick. Yeah, Monica, she made this whole thing, just turn nasty. And she should not have sent Schoolboy out to make that video because, in all honesty, Schoolboy would not have made that video she made, that live that she did, had Monica not told her. Nobody said that Monica told her. That's just my point of view. I think she sent her to do that, and that's what she did. And Monica she sunk her, and it's sad. But I don't know. Did you actually see the video, that live they did talking about T.I. and Zanique and?
I did not, but I've heard multiple things, and I honestly
it's disgusting. Yeah, it is so disgusting. Like she just went like really low. That just for me, that was just like, no.
I
But
appreciate
thank
you
you for
talking.
having me.
Of course. Thank you so much for calling in, and thank you for the super chat.
All righty. Bye-bye.
T. Marie, I'm going to bring you up. Hey.
Hi, Wagwan.
Wagwan, sister.
Well, right now, we Jamaicans would say, "Ah, you're so nice," because because this drama is just too much. But I want to say that all of these people need to take accountability for their actions. When they start talking about children being ugly and children this and that, it was finished for them. And no one on that panel stood up and said, enough is enough, stop. Children are off limits. No one did that. So everyone right now is crying, oh, Monica did this, Monica did that, but they were all in agreement once everything was taking place.
Yeah.
The second thing is that Marcella is the one that is always talking about women's private parts being stank. Candy is my girl, and she was always stating that about candy, which she does not know how it smells or how it tastes. So I'm not sure why she always brought that up. The other thing is that Marcella is a very dark soul. I don't know what the problem is, but she was the one who went and said that Plez degree is fake. She was the one that keeps on antagonizing this girl. Monica was there co-signing everything. And to be honest, there's a lot of YouTuber does not know this. We have YouTubers all over the world. Persons in some country cannot be members because YouTube don't give us that option. They don't give us option to do super chats. They do not give other like Jamaican YouTubers or other Caribbean YouTubers the option to get super chat. So a lot of YouTubers need to take this into consideration because YouTube is not, it is not a plain field across the world for everyone.
Wow.
So a lot of YouTubers need to take that into consideration. I know that a lot would not know, but I'm telling you because in the beginning I started to try to see if I can give like super chats, and I couldn't find the button. And when I did find the button, it says that it's not available in my country.
Wow. Wow. Well, look,
Schoolboy.
we appreciate anyone. If you give a super chat, that's great. But if you're here viewing, that helps the channel as well.
Okay, thanks. All right. So for Schoolboy, he inserted himself or herself into something that did not concern her. She's basically, we would call her a wagonist.
Oh,
she is a wagonist. She went on that bandwagon to displace, and it backfired. It backfired on all of them pretty much. And Monica, she is going to pretend as if nothing happened. She's going to come with a new team, and she probably is going to show her face. That's all I have to say today. Have a great day.
You too.
And big up yourself. We're gonna listen to Cartel right now because Plez is the last man standing.
Thank you so much, T. Maria. All right. You guys have been amazing. We have over 1,600 people in the chat. Like this video if you haven't liked it already. You're getting daily and consistent hot topics here on the channel. And if you want an unfiltered version, head on over to your favorite podcast platform and listen to Kempire Radio. That's our podcast. An episode comes out every Friday. I saw my girl Erica De Niro in here. Erica, I don't know if you know, I mentioned you in my earlier video today. So check that out. Shout out to my other fellow YouTubers. This is not to bash all about the tea. As I said to you before, we've cited them before when we reported on different stories. This really is your hot topic. And as I said, we're straight shooters here. Pow, pow, pow. You're in the news. Got to talk about it. Just saying. Oh my goodness. All right. We're gonna round this out. It's about to be 2.5 hours. For those that are watching this video afterwards, be sure to let us know your thoughts. I want to continue this conversation in the comment section. I do conversate with you guys in the conversation in the comment section. We have almost 1,600 people in the chat. Like this video. It's an easy, free way of supporting the channel. As T. Maria was saying, around the world, not everyone has the access to join our membership stuff or to send super chats. Look, I don't require you guys to send super chats to call in or to be a part of the show. If I happen to see your comment and I like what you're saying, I'm gonna post it. Yes, we post up the super chats and pay attention to them, but it's not a requirement of being here. We appreciate you regardless. You're here. All right. We are at 1,000 likes. I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Shout out to my mods. We will be adding more mods because the channel is growing. The channel is growing. I see the 100K. That's in my vision board. It's there. It's there. It's coming. But we're at 15K. We made 15K while here on live. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to bring up some other familiar faces, and we're just going to round this out. So those that are coming up, quick last-minute thoughts, because my stomach is literally growling, and you don't want me to turn out like Candy. You've seen Candy when she's hungry on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Oh Lord. Okay.
Angry Campy.
We're gonna start with you, Miriam.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, before you start, Miriam, first of all, let me just people are sending super chats, and that wasn't me asking for super chats, but thank you. Ayana says the avatar insinuating Ples isn't a real lawyer had me punching the air. Damn, yeah, that's disrespectful. Sheila, thank you so much for the super chat. 1,000 likes. Love you, Kempire. Love you back, Sheila. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. All right. Miriam, avatar paid by Miriam's.
Oh, you want my avatar?
Oh, just round it out.
Well, listen, I heard some people like saying, I read someone said that I'm a hypocrite. I don't know how. I disagree with Marcella and a lot of her opinions on the housewives. Opinions. Because and I feel like everybody has the right to say their piece. And you guys, if you want to believe her or not, I wish everybody stopped Monica on her tracks and stopped this, including her. Not only the bishop, not only Ples, especially Schoolboy. She should have kept her mouth shut. It doesn't concern her. Just like I said the other day about Chris Bassett. It doesn't concern you. Why you're attacking? Don't kill the messenger. She asked me to relay a message, and I did. It's up to you. You want to go there or not?
Miriam, you're about to run out on time. What are your last minute thoughts?
My last minute thought is that Monica, she played all of them, making them think that they would benefit from the investment. They put their time in that, and then that time became longer. That time became longer. They never had a contract, and I feel like bringing Marcella, and she had the plan. She had the plan to make Ples feel uncomfortable. I wish Ples, she didn't put herself into this situation, but how many of us are guilty of that? And here, let me say something. I feel like the bishop, he's a little late in the game, but I will say better late than never. And I don't like to kick people when they're down, especially when they're at least owning, at least they didn't attack the bishop. I didn't hear him attack anyone. Yeah. Marcella, people are saying that she did. I didn't hear that. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't, but I feel like if she did, she was played. They were all played by Monica. That is all played by Monica.
The avatar.
The avatar, all played by Monica. It's not all about the tea. All played by Monica, especially the viewers. I was a viewer, I was a subscriber, and I unsubscribed. I used to call, I stopped calling when the topics became uncomfortable, and when I felt like if I not paying her, I'm helping you with the clicks, and people are finding me funny sometimes. Why are you making me feel? And she even to come and send me a message. Did you send the Cash App? No, I didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't. I sent.
Miriam, you dropped some tea today about that, though. You dropped some tea.
I have tea, but listen. You can trust me. Everybody can trust me, and stop trusting.
Oh no, I'm not saying that we couldn't trust you. I'm not saying that we couldn't trust you, but you dropped some tea. I don't think anyone knew about that part.
Oh yeah, no one. And this is the first time that I say that. And I was even someone like it's not, I'm not going to say that people discovered me because I'm not a talent, okay, but it's just like someone that I met on YouTube. I don't know him in person. He even told me, oh, do you want me to see if I can get you like a guest panelist on All About the Tea? I swear on my 3 kids' life, didn't come from Monica. I'm not saying she invited me, but I told that person the same thing that I told you guys today. I don't want to step on anybody's toes. Sometimes they speak about things, I can't add anything to that. And no, I'm not gonna do that. And it shows. I stopped calling, and I'm being up honest. I felt like she's only bringing up people who are paying her. I send money on your birthdays. That's it. Okay.
Miriam, thank you so much for calling in and sharing your thoughts. Danielle, not paid by Kempire, and you're right. Don't be sending me no Cash App request.
The invoice is already in your inbox.
Oh. Danielle, last minute thoughts.
Woo! It's been 2.5 hours. This was a lot. I did not think that you were going to go there with this, but I guess because Wendy brought it up and it's part of the housewife tea and it's part of what you do, it's become a whole thing. And I'm nervous to see what's going to happen next. You already said that you know something else is going to come up. I'm really nervous about that. I guess there's a light at the end of this crazy tunnel, or at some point the accident is going to clear up, or we're going to stopping and just drive on by it. Like, it's a lot. And Mamatar, the manager, Monica, the momager.
Wait. This one?
Yes. Monica, the momager.
To this one?
Yes.
I tell you, look, I do my homework. This is what I have in backstage ready to go.
I wish that Marcella, instead of coming in the comments, directing everybody to her post. I only saw her Facebook post, I will say that. And I couldn't even get through the whole thing because I didn't feel like she was making much sense. That's just my personal opinion. I felt like she was beating around the mulberry bush and not really touching on the topic at hand. I think it was almost like she was trying to be clean of everything. I don't know. But I saw, because she went live, I think, what's today? Tuesday. I think she went live like yesterday on Facebook. And I missed it. It was like you know how it shows like the timestamp. It was like an hour ago. Marcella was live on her page. So I missed that, but I did start watching and I couldn't even watch it because I was like, it's not making sense. At the end of the day, she and Plez got into their little verbal altercation, and I wasn't in agreement with what Marcella was saying. So I didn't continue to watch it. But if she does come on here to speak her piece, maybe to your point, do a pre-recorded one. I don't know. This is your show, your thing. But I'm nervous.
I might not even care tomorrow.
Right.
I'm being honest with you.
I'm nervous to see what's going to happen next. And I'm nervous to see if All About the Tea does get a whole new panel. Like, who, after all of this, is going to be, I guess, naive is the nicest word I can think of, naive enough to go be on her panel knowing this is how, or hearing people witness and testify that this is how she operates. Because you don't know unless you go for yourself. But
I forgot who said it. One of the callers called in saying that more than likely she'll probably start showing her face. And I think it would be a panel of women. And I'll explain why later.
Again, even if you show your face, you've already shown us your business practice.
Oh, that was a word.
Yeah, those shows used to be 2 and 3 hours long, Monday through Friday. And then people turned around and got up and went to their corporate job, whether it was in your house or out in the field somewhere. You still got up and went to work. And then there was no preparation because Plez said that they wouldn't even know the topic until they were logging in. Like, outside of showing your face, you've shown us who you are as a business person. And it's sad because if this is really her on LinkedIn, like, she should know better.
Well, people are saying that it's not her. Look, it doesn't matter. Based on what I've seen and heard, it could be. It could be, but look, we're not here to reveal anyone's identity that doesn't want to be revealed. Yolanda, thank you so much for the super chat. Monica destroyed her own brand, but I don't think it's over for them
just yet. Well, that's good then. Maybe there's a turnaround. Maybe she'll be able to do 180 and
maybe she'll learn from her, from her mistakes.
Yep, maybe. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see.
We shall wait and see. Thank you so much, Danielle, for calling in.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Guys, we have still over 1,400 people watching. We appreciate you being a part of the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. We're also live on Facebook. Follow me on my social media. Everything is at TheKempire. You guys are part of the Kempire. If you subscribed, I appreciate everyone being here. I'm going to go finally eat because if I stay on any longer, you're going to see me turn into Candy. And we love Candy. But just like her, I'm a tourist and I like my food and I need to go eat. All right. I appreciate everyone being here. We are over 15,000 subscribers, and I appreciate every single one of you. Let's continue the conversation in the comment section of this video. It doesn't matter if you agree with me or any of the callers, but remain respectful of everyone in the comment section. We don't want to have to delete comments because you're being incredibly disrespectful to someone else. We keep all the comments that are respectful, no matter if you agree with us or you do not agree with us. Thank you to all the callers that called in today. Thank you to my moderators. Appreciate you being here for so long and handling the chat. And thank you so much for the super chats. You don't have to give me super chats, but I do appreciate them. They support the channel. And look, I might need the super chats later on when I quit my day job. But you see my face regardless. I'm not going to tell you where I work, though. There's a difference. There's a difference. Shout out to everyone that's been watching from around the world. Apparently, this was a hot topic, and it was time for the Kempire to talk about it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a wonderful evening. And if there's breaking news, I might have to go live again. But, you know, follow me on my social media so you get minute by minute. TikTok, I'm always posting things there on a daily basis and here as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Have a fantastic evening.